Hey, everybody, welcome in. Tina, you're not William.
Nope.
Guys, Tina McNeil, the one and only Tina McNeil, one of our great Ghost Host mods, has agreed to join us tonight. And we're gonna kind of pump you for information. We're gonna pick your brain a little bit tonight, Tina, if that's okay.
All right, that
Uh,
sounds good.
because you were just at Disney beginning of December, right?
Yep.
Uh,
A month ago right now, we were down in Disney.
okay, okay. So, and I have some questions. I know I have some specific questions. I have not been in the park since June when Callie and I took that one day trip. So, let's say hello to the chat, and then we'll move along. Hey, welcome everybody. It's so great to see you. BDF, as usual, you're first.
Will has
Thanks.
yeah. I thank you.
Francisco, welcome in.
Cisco.
Welcome,
I
welcome.
can't say it right.
Francisco.
Francisco.
That's fun to say.
That's it. You hit it. You nailed it. Kevin, Theme Park Adventures, welcome in. Brian K, welcome. It's so good to see everybody. Tina DCS is in the chat and on your screen. And of course, Dean. Always good. Captain Akron, welcome in. Stacy, always good. So good to see you. Hello, lovely lady yourself, Pam. Thank you. Good to see you. Will has changed. Yes.
Shaved.
No, I'll have to say, Stacy, he's not going to do that. He is dead set again that. So
Yeah.
you definitely know that. Let's see who else is in the chat. Jonathan, welcome in. Another one of our great Ghost Host mods. It's so great to see everybody. Thanks, y'all, for all being here. We appreciate you being here. Again, Tina, we're going to talk a little bit about your trip. There wasn't a whole lot of this day in Disney history, so let me run through that right quick. Not a whole lot today, but just a couple things I wanted to mention. We always like to, do this day in Disney history because we love Disney history. 1990, Disneyland kicked off its 35th anniversary celebration. On hand for the first time since 1955 are all three of the original hosts of the park's grand opening live broadcast. Art Linkletter, Bob Cummings, and Ronald Reagan reunite in front of Main Street Station before taking part in the Party Gras parade, featuring New Orleans style floats and 40-foot tall balloons. So, and I think that sounds so cool that I'm going to look that up and see what I can find on pictures. That'd be Disneyland's 35th. So I think yeah.
I'm sure there's all kinds of pictures.
Something there on it. And in 2004, Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean won a People's Choice Award for Favorite Motion Picture at the 30th annual People's Choice. So that was in 2004. Golly, guys, that time is passing. Has it been? God, 2004, Pirates of the Caribbean came out. So that would have been the first one.
Yeah, see, it doesn't seem like that time that long ago for me. I mean,
it doesn't. That golly, gosh, that time passes. And Pirates has been a big hit with everybody. I think, that everybody has enjoyed them putting Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean. I think everybody has enjoyed that.
So too. It was at first, I think it was very unpopular. There were a lot of people
that didn't want him to do it.
We're very worried about that. But I think once they did it, and he's such a fun character.
He is.
And Johnny Depp is such a fun.
He is.
I mean, personality and
I
popular. Showed up as he kind of like snuck in and was actually in the ride.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I think that sealed the deal. I think everybody was like, yeah, okay, fine.
I I think so too. And they put the animatronics of Johnny Depp in some fun places. Like he's
Yes.
peering out
Like
from
he's coming out of
things.
a barrel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
coming out of a barrel. The last scene is just classic, where he's just kicked back on the throne with all the gold, and I think they did a good job with it. So, but Pirates of the Caribbean has always been a crowd pleaser, a guest favorite, and the Pirates of the Caribbean movies just kind of sealed the deal for us, because they did such a good job with them. So, shout out
a
for
certain person who will ride that ride over and over and over again.
Oh yeah, yeah. And Tina, you've been to Disneyland. Have you been to Disneyland?
No, I've never been to Disneyland.
Okay,
I know.
Oh, you probably heard all of us say that have been to Disneyland. You got to go to Disneyland. Pirates in Disneyland is different. It's different. It has 2 drops. You've got Blue Bayou. When you get on the boats and you can see the people. Everybody eating. Jeff and I did our anniversary dinner.
Of what goes on in the Mexican restaurant.
Mexican, yes,
Okay.
yes. Only much more theming and more atmosphere, more good atmosphere, because pirates. So yeah, it's great. It's great. Captain Akron, again, it's good to see you, buddy. Surfer Girl, welcome in.
Hi, Sherry.
Thanks so much.
Hi, Cam. Hi,
Amy, thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for being here. It's good to see you guys. It's really good to see you guys. We appreciate you being here. So yeah, that's this day in Disney history. And the 35th anniversary celebration was in 1990 for Disneyland. So I'm going to look that up, because that would be some fun stuff to read and see. I'm sure there are pictures and all kinds of stuff there. So
I remember seeing it was on the news. So I mean, you're talking national news.
Oh yeah. Anytime Disney has an anniversary, does something like that, it's people take notice, because Disney is so beloved. But I'm still getting some feedback. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Let's see, Stacy.
One of the ghost hosts?
Possibly. Stacy, the Hitchhiking Bones, of course, in Disneyland, if you see Jack Sparrow 4 times in one of them was Johnny Depp. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There are 3 animatronics.
That's the deal. I think everybody was okay with Jack Sparrow being in the not the in Pirates, because there was a chance somebody was actually going to be seeing Johnny Depp.
Oh yeah. If you see him 4 times, and for those of us who have been through that ride enough and we know where the animatronics are, if I saw him show up somewhere other than where I know the animatronics, I would freak out. I mean, I think
bet.
Everybody
exactly where the real one, where he would be if he's not in the place of
definitely
where they usually put him. Or I wonder where
I would love it. Okay, Keith, good to see you. Thanks so much.
Sleep
and
well.
Keith's got it. Keith, we're looking forward to your 60th. Keith's got his first trip to Walt Disney World coming up in June.
How many days, Keith? Are you still in the chat, or did you go to sleep already? Hi, Brian.
Brian, good to see you. Debbie Burnfield, did I say hello to you? If I didn't, I'm sorry. Dean, of course, is there. Good night, Keith. Take care.
I may have some ninja watchers, friends of mine.
Cool.
If you're out there, people, I told you, go ahead and say hi in chat.
Right, like Stacy, I would,
Yes, and I wouldn't blame her, and I probably would do the same.
He did.
Oh,
Sherry, that's great.
And there's Ross.
That's great.
Hi, Ross. Yes, I shaved my beard. And somehow or another, when I shave my beard, I got a higher voice too.
There you go. That's true. Lots going on there with William tonight. He may pop in. He's running a little bit late. Life interferes with this YouTube thing sometimes, so he's running a little bit late, guys, and he may pop in. a little bit later. We hope he can, but if not, that's okay too, because the girls got it. If he's if he's not able to make it,
Oh, there's
maybe
Will
Manny and
now.
Nick, welcome in.
He says he'll be
Okay,
on in 30 minutes.
yeah. So we are gonna talk a little bit, Tina. I have some questions for you. Let's, Tina, you took your trip. You said you were there a month ago today, so 1st of December,
Well,
right?
we actually landed on December 6th. We spent the night at a hotel, like a Good Neighbor hotel in the Disney Springs area. The name escapes me. It's not a big deal. It was just a hotel, but
Right.
it was okay. And we spent the night there because we landed at 8 p.m.
Gotcha.
So by the time we would have gotten to Disney, it would have been close to 11 anyway. So I would just rather have just stayed at a hotel that we got there at 10, and then we're able to go from there. So it worked out very well. I can't see spending even points. I can't see spending the extra points to just land and go to bed.
No.
I want to hit the ground running.
Oh,
I'd rather hit the hi Lena. Met her. We'll come to that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather hit the ground running in the morning. I'd rather be the first plane into Orlando and the last plane out.
Yes.
Leave, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, that's what we try to do, Tina. We, when I'm traveling, I really don't care what time I travel because I'm normally so excited about the trip that I can get up and go at any time. And we try to do that, but we also like to catch those deals on Southwest where we can, and sometimes it doesn't work out. You're thinking, okay, if I'm going to save $150 on air, I'll go in a little bit later. So
that's exactly what happened. We prefer Southwest. Those 2 bags free. I'll come to my whole packing philosophy later. Those 2 bags free really come in handy. So,
yes.
And if you can, you do.
Right, exactly. And that's what we usually do. We fly Southwest anytime we can because of the free bags and because we just enjoy Southwest.
Yes.
It's a pleasant travel experience, and we've had really, really good luck with them. They always have fantastic rates, and so we're like that too, Tina. We love to fly Southwest when we can. Okay, what about like on the airplane? You're still required to wear a mask, right? So
yes.
So
and I'll tell you. By the way, I'll answer that question quickly, Amy. I did just check because you asked, so I'm going to find out the information. We stayed at the DoubleTree, which is just outside of Disney Springs. Yeah. But anyway, as far as the masks are concerned, at the airport and at the on the plane, I don't know. It seems so silly to me because you're allowed to bring snacks on the plane, and you're allowed to. You get snacks and you get a drink, and you're allowed to bring a drink on the plane as long as you bought it after you went through TSA.
Yes.
So, you get on this plane with a mask on, and you're sitting next to a stranger probably, and like 14 minutes after you get on the plane and it takes off, you're at flying altitude. You pull out your snacks and you start eating.
Mask comes off.
And you can pretty much keep that mask off for the duration of the rest of your flight. Until they say, okay, seat belts and everything, your trays in an upright position, everything else,
Right.
So, it's a 3-hour flight and you've got your mask off for 2.5 hours of it.
Right.
It doesn't make much sense to me, but I do what they tell me because I'm one of those, I don't like the mandates and stuff like that, but I'm one of those that believes, just like with the cast members, the people that work for Southwest or any other airlines for that matter didn't make the rules. Okay. They're just trying to get you from point A to point B without something major, something bad happening. So, just do what they tell you to do. What's the big deal?
Absolutely. I could not agree more. So yeah, if you're, and this is, all of our conversation, guys, is going to be directed at people who might be planning a trip to kind of help you. If you have any questions, by all means, let us know.
Yep, we're watching the chat, and so yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so let us know.
Fire away those questions.
Excuse me. So, okay, so excuse me, pardon me, y'all. So packing. Okay, when you pack for Disney, Tina, tell us your must-haves. If you have any tips for packing, because of the requirements right now, just help us decide what to pack for Disney.
First of all, pack your patience in your carry-on. Okay. Yeah. Again, not their fault. They didn't make the rules. They just have to uphold them.
Sure.
So, and with the rest of the people on the plane, they're dealing with the same stuff you are. Okay. It's not,
right.
It's not the place or the time. It never is the place or the time, and to get in a fight with somebody. All right.
And that goes for, in the parks with cast members as well.
Right.
Same thing there.
When you, with Southwest, you have a carry-on, and you also have the.
Oh, hey, Mike. Okay. Welcome in, Mike Cabral.
Hi, Mike. And Wonderful World of Walter's dad, Mark, is here.
Hey, Mark. It's good to see you.
And Candy Tank. Wow, we've got a full house.
Candy Tank. Hey.
Hey, anyway,
thanks so much for being here, guys.
My philosophy for packing is pack everything. I like to have options. All right. If I want to wear 3 tops in one day, I do, because I have plenty of clothes. I don't like to do laundry when I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, I've mentioned this in this community before. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not on vacation to do the stuff that I'll do at home. Right. So I feel sorry for whoever the TSA agent that opens up that dirty clothes suitcase
on the way back.
On the way back, I feel sorry for him, but I'm not doing laundry. That being said, being DVC, we do have access to washers and dryers.
Yes.
And for DVC members, they are free.
Debbie.
Dryers. So that's very helpful. But I don't use them.
Well, hey, Jim. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here, Jim. We have now sometimes we stay on property, sometimes we stay at one of our timeshare resorts. And our timeshare resorts have washers and dryers. Now, those come in handy when you've got the whole family there and you need to wash midweek. I love having a washer and dryer. And again, that said, I have also, when Kylie and I stayed at Pop, I just told, Kylie's mom, so Jamie, pack enough for, and pack some extra.
The duration.
I'm not washing clothes while I'm at Pop. I'm just not going to. So we're going to take enough. So it works either way. But what I normally do is turn my sound down a little bit, guys. My sound's kind of doing something funky. What I normally do is I pack in outfits. Like I'll put, shorts or pants, whatever I'm going to wear for my Animal Kingdom day. I have what I'm going to pack. And then I even put I wrap my ears up in the shirt. And so I pack like that. I even pack in layers. And that helps you, you've got this huge suitcase with all this stuff in it. And you're going to Animal Kingdom. You're thinking, okay, where's all my Animal Kingdom stuff? It helps to section it.
Exactly.
It helps to section it. And so that's how I do it. And I feel like that's a good tip. I think seasoned Walt Disney World travelers kind of figure that out, think, okay, well, why am I searching for, because if you pack all your ears in one place, then you have to go through them and find the ones you need. And it just takes time. So packing, by day and by outfit, because most of us have, if we're going to Magic Kingdom, we have what we're going to wear for the Magic Kingdom day. So anyway, that helps. Yeah.
Stacy, I don't bother locking our luggage because TSA is going to open it anyway. You have a better than 50% chance right now of having your bag inspected. They'll open it up. They'll look through it. It's just easier for me to just not lock it.
Excuse me.
And usually the locks that you put on luggage that are on luggage now, they're TSA compliant, which means TSA has a key.
Yeah,
So,
they can.
yeah.
They can do.
But yeah, no, I don't bother locking it because I figure what's
Yeah. Yeah. We use TSA approved locks, and you can get those at Walmart. You can look for them, and they're clearly marked on the package. And I would encourage you, if you are going to do that, to get the TSA compliant ones. That way there's no problem, because there are things, when if you're staying on property, wherever you're staying, that I like to lock inside my luggage. I realize it's, obviously not a great deal of security for somebody who's really determined to get into your stuff, but it is at least a deterrent.
Yeah,
So,
and there's no point in not getting TSA compliant locks, because
right.
if they want to open
They'll
it,
cut them off.
they will cut them off.
They have,
destroy your luggage in order to get
they
in.
do. They have, they have leave to do. Another reason you're dropping, Stacy, right? Road trip, right?
Yeah, but see, the thing is now you're coming from the approximate Philadelphia area. Okay, I know not the specific town, but Philadelphia area. That's probably like what, 18 to 20 hours. I fly from Albany in 3.
Yeah.
So there's your difference, Stacy.
Right. Oh God. Well, and we have, our drive is 15 hours from Northeast Texas all the way into Orlando. And now we do a lot of times, if we're doing the road trip thing, and we do enjoy stopping in, Pensacola, Orange Beach, somewhere about halfway, spend the night, get up, spend a couple of hours at the beach, and then head on to Orlando. So, we've done it both ways. I prefer to fly. I just want to get there. So, yeah.
And that's the thing. I mean, now that we're both retired, we have considered driving, but also now that we're considerably older than we were when we started going to Disney World. I mean, we're retired. Sorry.
Right.
We're retired,
Right.
But the point is that our eyes aren't what they used to be. Our tolerance isn't what it used to be. We'd have to stop more and things like that.
Sure.
I mean, I can't. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to spend 20 to
that
25
much time
hours
on the road
in a car with my husband.
Yeah, that much. Well, now see, Stacy, there's another. She raises a good point. You got Arlene, welcome in. Good to see
Stacy,
you.
we actually, when we go down, we have one bag each. When we come back, we have possibly 2 bags.
Yes.
Yeah. One is for the laundry and one is for the purchases.
Right.
Now, we didn't purchase much. We'll get into that. We didn't purchase much on this trip, but I have been known to buy another suitcase because I didn't have enough with the 3. Because we always pack one bag and then put a bag inside it, and that's what I put the dirty clothes in. So I've actually been known to buy a suitcase so that I could bring the stuff home.
Oh my, good grief. No way. No.
Oh, no.
Yeah, definitely. No. Yeah. That's gosh, that would unless you're just up for, a great road trip and you have tons of time, there's no way you can do that.
Yeah, now I know somebody, we have friends of ours that actually they took a 3-week road trip. And he used to drive for a living. He used to be a salesman, and he was long distance salesman. He used to drive a lot. Mm-hmm. It doesn't bother him. So they took a road trip, and they went to New Orleans, and they went to Charleston, and they went to they stopped in Disney World for a couple of days. They never set foot in a park.
Right.
But they were there. They went to Disney Springs, and they did a few things. So yeah, no choice for you, Elena. You're not driving.
That's in Elena. And Pam, you've never flown. Okay.
Wow.
Never flown in my life. Went to Florida once from Michigan, over to Seattle from Michigan. Okay. Now say now that's also the other piece to this puzzle, Pam, and we'll move on quickly here. But I love to fly, guys. My sister was a flight attendant. My brother-in-law was a pilot. I absolutely love to fly. I just love the experience of flying. It's not as great as it used to be, obviously, since after 9/11, it changed drastically. I still love it, guys. I
Right.
still love it. Takeoff is my favorite. I just love to fly. And Kylie loved it too. So I
There
was
you
really
go.
thrilled that she enjoyed, the flight experience too. I was really, really excited about that. But I love to fly. So if I can fly, I'm every time and twice on Sundays, I'm going to choose to fly over driving if I have a choice.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Stacy. If you're planning on staying there for over 2 weeks, I can understand where you would want to drive and
Okay.
you would want to bring more stuff and maybe even do laundry while you're there. Our stay is usually at the most 9 or 10 days. I
Mm-hmm.
can't remember. Well, we did do one trip that was over. It was 14, 15 days.
Right.
Hang
Yeah.
on, just a minute. I got to mute myself here.
That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Now the longest that we've ever stayed, I think, is like 15 days. We stayed 2 weeks once and really enjoyed it. We went actually for Christmas and stayed through the New Year. So that was just really that was the longest time we've ever stayed. We loved it, really enjoyed it, and but we've never been able to do that again. It was our Christmas trip. It was the only time we were there for Christmas and New Year's Eve. And the parks is fantastic. We were at Magic Kingdom on Christmas Day. That's where we wanted to be for his birthday. And then we were in Magic Kingdom again on New Year's Eve. So that was great. But oh, you're scared of heights, Pam? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I mean, I enjoy. Will you stop? Can you hear her?
Just a
Of course,
just
it
a little.
stopped when I muted myself and told
Of
her to
course, it
stop
started back. Of course.
turn it
Of
back
course.
up. But anyway, I, that's the reason why I like going. Yeah, I know. Yes, Russ, they do. um, stop it.
So you guys stayed, Tina, at Animal Kingdom Lodge, is that
Yes,
correct?
we stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and the one thing I love about, well, one of the things I love about Animal Kingdom Lodge is at Christmas time they have, like, I don't know, it's a 40-foot Christmas tree. It's huge. It's beautiful. The decorations, the bunting are beautiful. And I think I've told this
Yeah.
story before, but some of you may not have heard it. There was one time when we were staying. It was a few years back, and we were coming back. We were coming back from the parks, one of the parks, and it was like 9 o'clock at night, and they were just starting to decorate for the for
Oh, yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
And I mean they had a cherry picker in the lobby. I mean it was
Oh,
all out, all right.
yeah.
And they were putting up the tree and they were putting up the bunting and everything else like this. And we we were walking into the lobby and we're just kind of looking around and you know who I'm going to call them an Imagineer,
All right,
but
John.
they were probably just a just a decorator. Will you stop?
Right.
Um, they said, pardon the pixie dust, so to speak. And
Right.
we
Sure.
were talking to her for a minute, and she said, you know, you know why we're decorating now, don't you? And I kind of thought for a minute, and I said, because all the kids are in their room,
That's right.
and tomorrow morning when they come out of their rooms and they come into the lobby, it'll
Yeah.
be all decorated.
Yeah. 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 And Disney, I don't know if they are still doing that. I don't know how they've handled it post pandemic, but they do all that magic overnight. It's
Yeah.
like this huge. You can watch it. It's called Decorating Disney. There's an episode on it on Disney Plus about it. It's a lot of fun to watch that called Decorating Disney. So they do that overnight, guys. They decorate the whole park. They put up all those trees in all the parks and at the resorts all overnight. It's amazing. It's just amazing. Well, yeah, welcome in, John.
Yes.
Um,
I don't know if they did it this year because of the staffing issue,
right.
but it was
Right.
decorated very, very, very quickly because they switched over from Halloween. The last Halloween party was either the 31st or the 1st of November,
Yes. Yes.
and it was like November 4th or something like that was their first Christmas party at Magic Kingdom. Um, We have been there
Oh,
this year.
Nancy.
This coming trip, we're going to be there for that flip over.
Oh, fun.
We're going to
Nice.
be there from the like the last weekend in October through into the 8th of November.
Okay, cool. So yeah, y'all will hit that. Love that transition. I think I really would love to go and try to hit the fall, the fall to Christmas transition. I'd love to be able to hit that. Oh my gosh, y'all are at Disney World. I am so excited. Tomorrow is Hollywood Studios for John and Nancy at JN Travels. That's exciting. That's exciting. So glad. So we'll be looking forward to some vlogs from you and some posts, guys. That's great. Can't wait to hear how it goes. Y'all take care and enjoy the most magical place on earth. That's wonderful. Let's see. Let me catch up in chat. Oh, Dave, welcome in, Dave. Listen, guys, just quickly, if y'all have not checked out Adventures by D, by all means, go on and check out their channel. They do, God, they love Disney, but they do tons of other parks and attractions and just turn out some really quality vlogs on so many different places. So check out their channel, man. Y'all are killing it. Just really appreciate you, Dave, for all the content that you put up. So it's good to see you. Let's see. Can we catch up in chat just a little bit?
Russ had a comment about each resort having its own team of decorators.
Each resort has a dedicated and scheduled night. They can't do it all in one night, all across the resorts, but each one has a team that works overnight to make it happen. Yeah. It's really cool. And I know that, they've had staffing problems. I know it probably didn't go, this year like it normally does. But they really still did a good job. I thought it went up. I noticed the Christmas decorations kind of went up in shifts, a little bit instead of overnight like it has happened before. And that may be the case, until they get full staff. Now all the resorts are open, they're kind of back in full swing. So I think we're going to see.
I think by the end of this year, I think this Halloween to Christmas switch over will be what it will be ongoing at that point.
Yes.
I hate to put a Debbie Downer into the mix, but we may not like what that ongoing picture is.
That's true. Yeah. Well, and that's just the thing. And that's really why, we try really hard, guys, on the channel, to share with you the things that, that we know. We have friends that are in the parks every day almost. We have, people that we know who go very frequently. We love to go as often as possible. So we try to keep you as updated, as we can. If you have a question about the park, Francisco, I hope I answered your question on Instagram. Then by all means, let us know. If we can answer your question, we can find somebody who can. So yes. That's for sure.
We know a lot of people.
Like nice. Nice. So, good. So you're going to be at Disney Springs tomorrow, Russ. Yeah. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so Stacy says she loves the kids chiming in.
They don't bark at all. I put them in the crates same time every night and everything and everything. They go right to sleep. Tonight is the night that she decides she's going to.
Of course, there you go. It's like when you get on the phone, your kids are going to go crazy if you get on the phone. So same thing.
Yeah, I think you're right, Stacy. I think that's what she's saying.
Oh my goodness. Now tell me, Tina. Okay, confession time, guys. We have never been to Animal Kingdom Lodge. We've never been. It's on my bucket list. I know Russ is just going to really, really fuss here. We are covering as much ground as we can, Russ, and it's your fault probably that I haven't been to Animal Kingdom Lodge because you didn't drag me over there. Russ and I try to explore as much. We cover some ground when we're there, and Mike is usually with us, and we have a good time. But oh, hey, good to see you, Garrett. Good to see you.
Hi, Garrett.
But tell me, Tina, it looks amazing. Oh, he's
It is
fine.
amazing.
Don't worry.
It is.
What is your favorite thing about Animal Kingdom Lodge, Tina?
Well,
now, y'all are
I mean,
DVC. Y'all are Disney
obviously the
Vacation Club
animals. Yeah,
owners.
I mean, yes, we're DVC members, and Animal Kingdom Lodge is our home resort. Now, there's two sections to Kingdom Lodge. There's Kidani Village,
Hmm.
which is the actual DVC resort.
Gotcha.
But Jumbo House is also has DVC rooms in it.
Oh,
And
it does. I know
yeah,
that.
we prefer the Jumbo because that, first of all, that's where we started going and staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge before Kidani was even built. We started staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge in Jumbo, and I fell in love with the place. My husband fell in love with the place. The only downside is it's all about the buses. I am so hoping they build a Skyliner line to Animal Kingdom and Animal Kingdom Lodge, and I think that it would work very well with their conservation theme
Right.
and stuff like
Oh, I
that.
think it would.
That being said, there is nothing more magical, even at Walt Disney World, than sitting on a balcony in Florida with a cup of coffee and watching giraffes and zebras
Oh my
by.
gosh. Yeah.
Isn't awesome?
Okay, Russ.
What's going
Yeah, we need to. I know we need to get over there, Russ. See, now that's the thing, and people, people who are not as familiar with Walt Disney World may not realize that out the back, is literally the savannah of Animal Kingdom, and there are giraffes, and there are all kinds of animals that you can see from your hotel room. You can see from the resort balcony.
Wait. One thing that people don't know is that the savannas and the animals at Animal Kingdom Lodge are completely separate savannas than the ones at the parks. It's a completely, I mean, they do move animals from the park
Separately
to the lodge,
maintained.
and
Separately
it's
maintained.
separately contained, it's separately vetted, it's own um
Yeah.
its own mix.
Wow.
I believe there are four savannas. Russ, if you know, correct me if I'm wrong. Um, there are several savannas, and there are several. The way that Animal Kingdom Lodge is built is like it's built like horseshoes
Mhm.
around these savannas. So you look out on one savanna, or um, you look out on another, depending on where in the resort you are. Now, we stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge Jumbo. We stayed on the fifth floor, and we stayed on Zebra Trail, which was one end of the Arusha
Okay.
Outlook Savannah. I prefer I prefer to not stay there because of the fact that because the main public viewing area is Arusha Rock Outlook area. There aren't too many feeding stations over where our room was.
Ah, gotcha.
Kind of draw the animals over to the public
Oh,
area.
thanks, Disney Nerd
You go off
Herders.
the lobby and you can see this. So
Thanks for popping in, Charlie and Stacy. We appreciate it. Um, and Mark just said, that's one thing about Animal Kingdom Lodge that you have to be aware of. It is way out there, and so if you're depending, you're depending on buses. If you're not doing an Uber or whatever, you're depending on buses. You have to factor in that travel time to the parks. Am I
yes,
right, Tina?
you have to factor in that travel time to the parks. You have to factor in that travel time if you're going to, like, we were going to Ohana for dinner one night. Okay, we had to um we took a bus over to Magic Kingdom, and we stayed at Magic Kingdom for a while. We were at Magic Kingdom for a couple of hours, and then we went to the Polynesian. In order to go to the Polynesian, of course, we got on a boat to the Polynesian. Now, due to health issues that I had, I didn't feel well the night of dinner at Ohana, so we ended up getting an Uber back to Animal Kingdom because I didn't want to do the boat and then the bus because I
Right.
couldn't do it.
Right.
So yes,
too
you
much.
need to factor that in. You always need to factor that situation
Yeah.
in. And that is the one downside to Animal Kingdom Lodge is the
From
bus.
and you really need to factor that travel time in when you're considering staying at a resort. You need to check out what modes of transportation are available from that resort, because sometimes it's buses and boats, sometimes it's just buses, sometimes it's buses and Skyliner. So factor that in, as well as your travel time to and from that resort. That could affect your decision, as to where you stay, is to that travel time. You have because guys, Disney transportation, I love Disney transportation, but it's not 100% all the time. It's not necessarily fast. Sometimes it's really, really slow. So take that into consideration, and especially with Animal Kingdom
remember
World.
that even Animal Kingdom is a 10-minute bus ride. Plus, you're going to be waiting 15 minutes to 20 minutes for a bus. Okay? That's
Right.
just to Animal Kingdom, which is right next door. They don't want you walking there, though. Okay? So it will be 10 minutes to 20 to 30 minutes
Yes.
before you get there.
Right.
Um,
Right. And that's after you wait for the bus to show up.
Well, that what I'm saying is that because it's so close, the buses are usually there every 10 to 20 minutes.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
Usually, okay. But the thing is that's the closest park. Magic Kingdom, it's a half-hour bus ride.
Yes. Yes.
And if there's only one bus going to and from Magic Kingdom to Animal Kingdom Lodge, that's an hour.
Right.
Because you're waiting 30 minutes for the
Wow.
bus, and then it's
Yeah.
a 30-minute bus ride.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you've got a dining reservation, yeah, you got a dining reservation, yeah. Either allow the time or plan for an Uber.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Gotcha.
not the Ubers are very cheap. They're not very expensive getting to and from around Walt Disney World. And they're very accommodating and very clean and everything else like
Yes.
this.
Yes.
And it's kind of looking like the mini vans are coming back.
Okay, that was my next question. We've never used a minivan, but I love that.
I'm not Brandy, but we have used them twice, and they're fun.
I love the minivans. When Kylie was with me, I would have used a minivan in a second, just to have the experience and what I think the minivans are just a stroke of genius, and I hope they put them back into service really soon. Mark is saying, yeah, the Skyliner, guys. Now, see, I love the Skyliner, Mark.
I love the Skyliner too, but he's right.
But we had
Thunder and Lightning, they shut them down.
They shut them down. They do. And there was one morning when we were staying at Pop, and there was one morning when, oh my goodness, excuse me, it was our Epcot morning. So Kylie and I walk, all the way from the 80s section to the Skyliner, and we're ready to get on. The Skyliner's closed, says take a bus. Okay. So we walked all the way from the Skyliner all the way through, the building out to the bus. When we got to the bus line, it said take the Skyliner. So we walked so we're just still trying to get to the park. We walked all the way back to the Skyliner and got on the Skyliner, and a cast member at the Skyliner said, okay, if you're going to Epcot, when you get to Caribbean Beach, the leg from Caribbean Beach to Epcot is down. That part. So you could get to Caribbean Beach, but you can't get all the way to Epcot. Guys, we went to, so Mark, I totally feel you here. We went from the Pop Century Skyliner, we went to Caribbean Beach, which was kind of the hub. And then we took a boat over to Epcot. So it was kind of a, yeah, it was kind of a, yeah. Stacy, I love having a rental car. But now I love the Skyliner when it's running. If it's running, I will say midday, Callie and I went back to, we were so tired by the time we did our Epcot day. It was about 1 o'clock or so, we had a live stream scheduled that afternoon. We got hopped on the Skyliner and went back to Pop, took a nice nap, got back, back into Epcot, and it worked great. But it doesn't always. So guys, Disney, you gotta factor in Disney transportation. If that's what you're gonna do, just know that you're probably gonna have some wait times. Just saying.
Now, one
So,
thing a lot of people forget is when you're taking Disney transportation, Magic Kingdom is the best park to take Disney transportation to because there's the bus stop right in front of the park. If you're driving, sometimes Uber can drop you off at the Contemporary, but otherwise,
yeah,
if Uber's dropping you off somewhere else,
right.
then you have to take the boat or the ferry, or you have to take the ferry or the
Yes.
monorail, which is another leg of your journey. So, I mean, yes, it may be a half an hour ride,
It
but at
eats up
least,
time.
yeah,
It
it's
eats up time. It
you're
just does.
still going to be taking time to use Disney
Right.
transportation if you're
Yes.
not on a bus.
Yes. I think what we did, Mark, I think we went to Hollywood Studios and then we took a boat from Hollywood. Is that am I thinking right? Guys, help me out here. Help me out here,
You
Mark
can take a boat to
and
Hollywood
Russ.
Studios. Yeah.
Anyway, we took a boat I think from Hollywood Studios to Epcot, and that's how we got to Epcot. But anyway, it's you got to factor in Disney transportation and understand that at some point, and the thing about that is it's kind of tough when the delays hit at night when all the transportation is busy. You're on your third day of park legs. It's 10 o'clock at night and you're exhausted. So, again, pack your patience. That may be the best suggestion I've heard, Tina, is pack your patience.
Do a little shopping. You know what I like to do? I like to just sit in the park and just watch the people walk by, watch the entertainment, watch. I mean, I like to just sit around and watch people, and most of the time they're fun to watch. But even if they're not fun to watch, hey, you might learn something from them. You don't know. But the thing is that don't try to get into the park the first minute it's open.
Yeah.
Either get there earlier or wait an hour. Don't try to leave the park the first minute it closes.
When everybody's leaving.
Leave
Right.
an hour before or wait around an hour.
Right.
Because of the
Right.
simple fact that the worst possible times for Disney transportation is right when the parks are opening and right when
Right.
the parks are closing.
Right. So get ahead of it or just behind it.
Just
Same
lag.
now Tina, that's a good strategy for the parks overall.
Yes.
For example, lunchtime. We do not eat at lunchtime. We usually plan we have a snack and then we have a later lunch. They plan a lunch at 2 o'clock. Especially if you're going to be doing a quick service and now mobile order is kind of a game changer on that. But it does, oh, good night, Mike. Thanks for being here. But it does help to think about, okay, peak times, everybody's going to be wanting lunch. So don't eat lunch. Go ride while people are are waiting for lunch or they're doing lunch. Go ride and then do lunch just a little bit later and hit those non-peak times for things that you do.
Yep. What we like is again, our comment with especially this trip, our mantra was we're old, okay. We had 70-year-olds and 60-year-olds, some in that age group. All right.
Right.
So consequently,
Yeah.
I mean, we had 3 or 4 scooters at any given time. Well, it was usually 2 or 3, but we had
Right.
scooters, we had canes, we had people who wanted to get to bed early or whatever. So what we did was a lot of times we slept in and we didn't go to the parks until like 10 o'clock, and then we had a brunch. All
Right.
right. And then we rode a few rides.
Right.
Maybe we park hopped. Maybe we went back to the resort. Some of us went back to the
Right.
resort. Some of us stayed, whatever. And then we
Yeah.
had an early dinner, like 4:30, 5 o'clock. 5:30
Right.
I think, was our latest reservation. Um, and then some of us went back to the park. Some of us went shopping. Some of us went back to the room. So we just kind of took it easy. Um, One of the things you talk about is down days. we don't really do down days. We do short days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It kind of worked for us, and we all enjoyed the trip. Um, yeah, maybe you can say, okay, well, since we didn't go from park opening to park closing, maybe we didn't see and do everything we wanted to do. But we're DVC members. We know we're going to be back.
Right.
I made sure to do the things that I definitely wanted to do. I definitely
Right.
wanted to ride.
There you go.
And I'm not just saying that because you're our host. Haunted Mansion is my favorite ride. Okay,
Mhm.
always has been, probably always will.
Love to hear that.
I don't care whether they put in Rise of the Resistance 14 different ways to Sunday.
Yeah.
I like the ride, but Haunted Mansion is my jam.
Yeah.
Right? I like to ride TTA. Again,
Yeah.
one of my favorites. All right. Other
Yeah.
than that, I got to go to Shula's.
Right.
Definitely got to go to Shula's.
Right.
You guys think I'm kidding when I say my husband will not go to Disney World unless it's scheduled Shula's night. I am not kidding. He has
Tina, when we're there together, we got to do Shula's. We
Yes,
got to
you
go to
do.
Shula's together.
But-
That's on
and
our list.
This trip, Angela and Jeff from Diz Our Dream joined us, and we had such a
Yes.
fun time. It was so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Angela's such a sweetheart. And yes, believe it or
Yeah.
not, so is Jeff. Jeff is a sweetheart. I know, right? It's hard to believe, but he is such a sweetheart and so
He is.
fun. And he didn't care for his steak very much, but he liked his drink. So I guess that kind of made up for it.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not going to lie, Shula's is expensive.
Mhm.
But
So it's higher end.
Yeah, with us, it's all about the
Kind of a must do.
Yeah, we have to do it, and we understand. Yes, we're talking about the same Jeff. I know Russ, right?
Nick, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Russ is now. Let me go back up here and highlight one of Russ's comments. Security, and this is something again that we need to know. Security has begun pushing people out of the park earlier, so they don't have to pay employees the extra hours for people to leave. So that's what we always did, Tina. We would, like when the Magic Kingdom closed, they would give you an hour to hang around and shop. And so that's generally what we did. We would shop and let people clear out a little bit on the monorail and transportation or whatever, and then leave. So Russ is saying, Disney has has a shortage of cast members right now. They're having staffing problems, and so Russ is saying that's something to be aware of, that security's kind of pushing people out a little earlier. So, and the parks will be closing earlier because this is kind of considered their downtime. So the park hours have changed. Definitely. When you go, check park hours for each day that you're there. Because, for example, if Hollywood Studios stays open later than Magic Kingdom, you may want that to be your Hollywood Studios day because you get a couple extra hours or whatever. So, by all means, check those hours because they do vary.
Right. I gotta find out what's going on with her. I'm gonna go.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead, Tina.
But yes, Amy. No, they didn't do Shula's review. It's not so much that Jeff didn't like it, although I don't think he was particularly fond of his steak. He thinks he should order something else. But he said that they're not going to vlog it. He said that they're just going to enjoy the evening. So they just enjoyed the evening with us.
Now that's great. Yeah.
But
that's
anyway,
great.
I'll be back.
Okay. All right. So let's see. We were going to talk about some of Tina's other favorites as well. Crowd levels in early December. This actually, guys, if you're thinking about crowd levels, this time of year is probably not a bad choice. You want to check, to see if it's a race weekend. They have the Run Disney, and that is naturally going to bring more people into the parks. But this Generally, this is kind of the lull between Christmas, the holiday season, and spring break. So sometimes, these weeks can be, good ones to try and get in there. The 50th anniversary is going on right now. Will be going on for a little while longer. So keep that in mind also when you're planning your trip. Yeah. Tina isn't muted. I hope she knows that, Russ. I hope she knows that. Okay, so Jeff and Angela eat at the parks a lot, so you may be right about that, Russ. Oh, Mikey, welcome in. Welcome. Okay, well now, Garrett, are you kidding? Are you being serious? I'm kind of thinking you might be being serious at this point. Let's see. Let's see here. Mark. Yeah, I think stress of a bunch of one first timers. Disney can be stressful. Now that's true, Mark. And I think Tina started us off, very appropriately when she said the first thing to pack is your patience. People are under a lot of stress right now. A lot of people have not traveled in months, some people well over a year. And they travel, and Disney has changed. It's different. They have a shortage of cast members right now, which puts cast members kind of on edge. And people are just really stressed right now. And they go to Disney and they want it to be the perfect vacation. And there's no such thing as a perfect vacation. So anywhere we go, we have to plan for that. Disney can be stressful. It can. I mean, if you have things that go wrong, if you've got littles, they get tired, you get tired, everybody gets hot, everybody gets hungry. You haven't, ridden this ride or that ride, or, you missed something that you wanted to do. So, one thing that's very, very important to do is just to be patient and realize that, your perfect Disney vacation is going to have some hiccups. So you got to be flexible. You have to be flexible and just relax and enjoy being there. And when things go wrong, it's like when things go wrong in your life at other times too. Things are going to happen. So you just got to back up, take a deep breath, and say, okay, let's alter the plan, let's adjust, and go on for sure. Stacy, you think? Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. Your in-laws on your recent trip. Yeah. And we're super stressed. Yeah. And that adds to, all.
I thought
we were talking about, Tina, we were talking about, when you're traveling, a lot of people in the parks, everybody's stressed. The cast, they have a shortage of cast members right now.
Right.
So, that kind of adds to the stress levels. The whole, blip thing, the fact that you have to wear the mask, that adds to the stress levels. The fact that you have people in the parks who have A, never been to Disney, and B, have not traveled in well over a year, and they're putting out all this money. They want it to be perfect. It's a recipe for, some major stress. So we have to, you have to kind of think this through, have an alternate plan, plan rest breaks during your day, drink a lot of water, let those kids, find a place to sit down, rest, get a snack, let everybody, rehydrate and rest and think, okay, if we can't do this, what can we do? Let's do something else. So
right. That's always one of my planners. Yes. One of my pointers, make a plan.
Exactly, Stacey.
But don't be afraid to let it go when it isn't working.
Yes. Let it go. Absolutely. Russ, as I was telling someone today, it's almost impossible to do everything you want to do. Right, Russ? And especially,
it's literally impossible.
It is.
It is impossible.
It is.
And
you have
Disney
to,
World anyway. So
I agree. I could not agree more. So, Tina, tell us just a little bit about the restaurants. I don't want to keep you all night, but tell us a little bit about
Well,
the
I'm okay with you
restaurants.
keeping me all night. Remember, I'm tired.
Okay.
But anyway, okay. So we we love Shula's. We love Liberty Tree Tavern. We went there. We
Okay.
very much enjoyed that. 50s Primetime Cafe. That's our jam. We grew up with that. You know, take your elbows off the table. Did you wash your hands? What colors the soap? You know
Right.
that's all our lives. You know, so we were right all over that, and we do enjoy that. We also went to Wine Bar George. That's a new favorite.
Okay. Okay. I've
We
heard
went
great
to
things
Disney
about Wine Bar
Springs.
George in
Was
Disney
very, very,
Springs.
very good, very good. And I mean, we didn't see him. Not
Y'all are
that I would know him
crazy.
if I did, but we.
Mike, welcome in.
Hi, Mike. I'm watching, always watching. I didn't get to do that because I was going to do that the night I ended up not feeling well. So
Oh,
I told
yeah.
him I would do that on the TTA one time, but I didn't. Anyway, I'll have to do it in November, Mike. So anyway, so we ate at Shula's, Liberty Tree Tavern, 50s Prime Time. We also, I hadn't really worked with the mobile ordering before, but we ordered from Satuli Canteen mobile ordering while we were in the
Yes.
queue line to get on the safari.
Yes.
And after a
Yes.
few hiccups, I kind of got timed out a couple times. It's like, what do you mean? What did I say? What I do? But anyway, but the thing is I ended up
Russ.
getting it, getting it. What did Russ say? Sweep the leg.
Y'all are terrible.
Yes, why we love him.
Y'all are terrible.
But anyway, so we ended up eating a Satuli Canteen, and that was delicious. Oh, I loved it.
Oh, Satuli Canteen in
Very good
Animal
food.
Kingdom
Um,
and the
I had
Pandora.
a couple of those
Yeah.
cheese. I ordered 2 orders because I thought, okay, well, I'll get 2 and then I'll share with the friends, you know.
Right.
Well, I
Right.
ended up getting 4. So I
Oh,
was like,
man.
please, everybody eat these things because, I really don't want just these. So,
Yeah,
but everybody enjoyed them, and we enjoyed our meals very much. We had, but our last morning there, we had Boma. That's kind of a tradition for us.
Hey, Sebastian the Crab. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, Jeannie,
Boma.
Jeanette.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Boma
see,
is
I've got to,
the breakfast
yeah.
part. Well, they have a buffet. It's dinner buffet too. They don't do a lunch, but they do a breakfast. And what we
Mhm.
do, like I said, we'll do a late breakfast. We'll do it like
Right.
brunch, like about 10:30, and
Okay.
that'll carry us through. And a
Right.
lot of times we'll
Right.
have a snack like late in the day. We only ate like one big meal a day most of the time.
Yes. That's kind of how we do it too, Tina.
We
Yeah.
s-
And then we love the snacks. We love Disney snacks. They have such great
yes.
snack food and they're fun and they're colorful. And I love the cupcakes. I got to have several cupcakes while we're there. I love all that fun Mickey shaped food and Mickey
Yeah, yeah.
bars. So we
So do I.
like to get one good meal, and whether that's lunch or dinner, we kind of
Yes,
figure that
exactly.
out. Yeah, and Mike Klimovich says his favorite is Tiffin's in Animal Kingdom. Yeah.
Haven't had haven't gone to Tiffin's yet. My husband looked at the menu
We
and he said,
haven't either.
"No, I don't really want to do that." So,
Yeah.
my husband is very picky. So, that's one of the reasons why Boma is so good for us because he can have things that he likes. There he is.
Yeah,
There we
Hey,
go.
everybody.
there he
Now
is.
Oh, my
Yay.
goodness.
Welcome
Yeah,
in.
Julie's a little under the weather, and so I
No worries.
cooked and cleaned and got the baby down to bed, and so
Oh
it's
man. Yeah.
but I'm here. I
I hope
made
she
it.
starts
So
feeling better.
yeah,
So
thanks,
it's good
sis.
to see
Thank you.
you. It's good to
Yeah,
see
made
you.
it.
We're
Ooh,
talking. We're talking about Tina's favorite places to eat, and people in the
okay.
chat, and we're all kind of chipping in on those. Our I will say my, but I think William's going to amen me on this.
I'm sure she's mentioned Shoeless. You can't talk to Tina without mentioning Shoeless.
Of Shoeless, and that's
they're synonymous.
Yeah, we got it. We definitely have to do it. But our favorite, our must do, unless it's a
Thanks,
kid
Mark.
trip or something. I didn't go when when I had Kylie. I don't think y'all went when you had Wyatt, but we love California Grill. Guys, California Grill.
Yes, see, that's
the must do.
That Shula's is his, and California Grill is one of mine. But I want to try a new place every single trip. So we didn't go to California Grill this time.
Thanks, Dean.
We did Wine Bar George instead. So
right.
Thanks, Selena.
Where I'll try a different restaurant. I'm the adventurous one, like Jeanette's saying. Somebody that's adventurous. I'm the adventurous one.
Right.
Loretta tends to be very adventurous. We had Tom, Loretta, Karen, and Chuck and I. All right, and Karen. Please don't even. She's been doing that all night long, Garrett.
Poor baby. In her defense, she doesn't feel well. She doesn't feel well. We are a pet-friendly channel.
We are, no doubt.
The one that's crying now is not the one that doesn't feel well and was crying before. Anyway,
no worries.
So California Grill is one of my favorites. I also love Narcoossee's.
Okay, that's why we haven't tried.
We didn't go there.
I forget about Narcoossee's.
And where is that? I don't even know where that is.
Floridian.
Grand Floridian.
Yes, and we've actually even eaten at Victoria and Albert's a couple of times.
Oh my! What the hell is that?
Yeah, it was for our anniversary. One time.
Very nice. Very nice.
Well, I'll tell you though. Well, it's not really our kind of people. It's not really
Okay. See, these are things we need to know.
Time because we had a husband and wife server team, and they seemed very down to earth. They seemed a lot like us. And my husband and I actually met at work, so we kind of had that conversation going.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
We had a really good time.
Okay.
The second time we went, it was way too formal. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't have to sing I can sing anything, Nick. It doesn't matter. I can sing the ABCs and they start howling.
I will just have to say, Tina, you did a happy birthday video for Tina Marie of Tina Marie's place. And oh my gosh, Tina sang happy birthday and the dogs were howling in the background. It was the hit of the it was
Ryan lost it. He was like
right, he did.
That's so funny.
It was so cute, Tina. Everybody absolutely
that
loved
happens
it.
every time I sing. I mean, literally, I start singing the national anthem when Chuck's watching a hockey game or something like that. I can't sing 4 notes, and they start singing.
Yeah, really cute.
Who's Chuck's team?
Huh? I'm sorry.
Who's Chuck's hockey team?
Bruins.
Nice. I've got a good buddy that's a Bruins fan.
Yeah, we actually have season tickets to the AHL team here.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
The Comets, they're the
nice.
They're not Vancouver's farm team anymore. New Jersey Devils.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
He'll never be a New Jersey Devils fan.
Okay.
He's been a Bruins fan since he was a little kid. So.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah. Well, William kind of started following the Stars and kind of got into hockey.
2015. Yeah, went to my first preseason game with my brother-in-law and our buddy, and I was hooked instantly.
Yeah.
Hockey is very. It's a fun game.
It is.
It
is.
We got a couple Flyers fans in here, Mike, and especially Brad.
I'm surprised at Mike, but it doesn't surprise me Flyers fans with Stacy in the mix.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I don't want to derail it. I was just going to ask since we went over the topic. That's cool though.
Said, yeah. Oh, Russ. There you go, Russ.
How did I get Pete?
Nice.
I have to, Russ. I'm a Dallas Stars fan. I'm a Dallas Stars first and foremost, but Tennessee's my home state, and so if the Stars are not in there, I'm gonna cheer for the Preds all the way. So yeah,
right, exactly.
Yeah. Tina. Okay. So what?
Back to Disney.
What was your experience? Now, the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World is going on.
Yep.
So, what were your impressions? Treats, snacks, merch. Are they covering it well? It looks like they are. What do you think?
I'll tell you. I have to say, stop it. Same one wants out again. No. Lay down. I think myself personally, I loved. We were there for the food and wine festival, and that food was good. But as far as 50s treats, I didn't see any that I was really interested in. It seemed like they just added a bunch of stuff to the stuff they already have. As far as merch is concerned, I don't know. Maybe it was because I wasn't really in the mood to shop or something. I don't know. Maybe it was because I was just wanting to look around because it just seemed like, one of the things that was my motto for this trip was enjoy everything you can, because what we've learned in the last 2 years is it may not be there the next time we're.
Yep.
Well, I agree.
So I was just enjoying it. I walked down the middle of Main Street USA and I sang.
Thanks, Pete.
Welcome in and thank you.
Hi, Pete. And how did I get you in trouble?
I missed that too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, when we mentioned hockey, a little segue for you there. Pete McDevitt, so the Pete McDevitt Show YouTube channel. Pete has been covering hockey. He recently added that, within the last couple months or so, and so make sure if you're a hockey fan and your team's playing, tune in to watch Pete call it.
Yeah, definitely. Pete,
and
Pete does a great job.
Not being one that knows hockey that well, you're doing a great job.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, glad to see you. Glad to see you add the hockey, Pete.
There's some fun people in Pete's hockey chats also that know their stuff. I've been in a couple of times, and so it's
true.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, some fun hockey chat there if you're interested. Pete also does baseball, football, college football, pro football. So yeah, check out Pete McDevitt's channel for sure, because he calls a good game. And a lot of times, Pete, I've started, like with baseball, I mute what's on the screen and listen to you call the baseball game because I prefer to hear Pete.
I'm just listening to him while I'm doing whatever. I'm supposed to be a moderator.
Welcome in, Dave. So yeah, I'm doing my best to write down names, but obviously I showed up late, so there's definitely people I'm going to miss this week. So just a little spoiler alert for those that may be waiting for the roll call.
Yeah, I didn't write down. So yeah. Okay, so
as far as restaurants are concerned, I love California Grill. I used to love Be Our Guest. That has kind of lost its luster since they went to prefix. But I'm game for anything as far as that's concerned. But as far as the treats are concerned, as far as the merch is concerned, we did a there you go, Stacey.
Sorry, Tina.
Go ahead.
No, that's all right. Stacey.
Welcome in, Michael Ryder.
Yep, there goes.
Sorry, Stacey asked about my Funko Pop.
About the Funko Pop. Is that new?
So I've had him.
the Doctor Strange, Doctor Strange folk, but yeah, we have always been Doctor Strange fans, but obviously we're
Now you definitely are.
even bigger Doctor Strange fans.
Oh, yeah.
So we're chasing down that Doctor Strange merch. So yeah. Let's see if we catch up in the chat. Let's see.
But I have 2 Pandora bracelets, so I now have 5 Pandora bracelets, all of them full of Disney.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Charms. They
Kenneth,
the
hey.
most beautiful charm I have is probably the 50th anniversary charm. It is.
Oh, now see, I haven't gotten the 50th. I have the 45th anniversary.
Yes,
charm
I have
at
that
the castle. I have the 45th anniversary. And I have been known to wear that as a charm just on a necklace because it's so pretty.
Yeah, it is
by
so
itself.
pretty.
By
So
itself.
is the 50th. It is just.
I will have to check that out. William actually, and I'll show it to you sometime. William actually brought back the Baby Yoda bead for my Pandora, so I was really excited to get add some Mandalorian to my Pandora bracelet. I have 2 Disney Pandora bracelets actually. They're not full. One of them is full just because I put everything. I've kind of got a theme going. I've got Mickey on one side, Minnie on the other. And so that's all I'm going to put on that one. And then I have another one that's just kind of, random stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. William and Jillian really took care of me there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
For every anniversary, he gets me Pandora for Christmas. He got me Pandora charms. And
it's great quality.
This year, Pandora had a deal where if you got a certain number of charms, you got a bracelet free, and
there you go.
That bracelet. So I'm like,
yeah. I take advantage of those deals.
Pandora bracelet, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, I take advantage of that. Well, so if you get a free bracelet, then you got to fill it up. You got to fill it up.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's funny how that works.
Right.
But
the others were getting full, so he's like, "Okay, you need another bracelet because I need to get more."
There you go. There you go. And they do look really pretty stacked. They're very stackable.
Good man, Chuck. I was gonna say, so next time Jillian does a What's Brewing with the Bones, she needs to show. So she got one of those cord Pandora bracelets on her last trip, which she didn't actually get it until her birthday. But I got it on that trip, and so she got one of the black cord style Pandora bracelets.
Nice.
And I got her R2D2, and then her mom had sent some money for us to shop for Christmas, and so I got her BB-8 from her mom too.
Oh, so. Fun, yeah, fun.
Oh, so, that's a cute one. I like BB-8.
Very nice. Very
it's neat. He spins and everything, so it's really cute.
Pretty cute, yeah. And I do love Pandora. It's very high quality, and you can wear it. It's very wearable. Jewelry. It's survived all the grandchildren.
But it's now. Don't let your dog get a hold of it and chew on it.
Yeah.
Right.
But they can take a lot of abuse. Those beads are pretty.
They're very strong. It's durable, very very pretty, very customizable and personalizable. So, okay, meetups. I know that you were able to meet up with you met Elena.
That's cool.
Ross and Mike. I met Wayne also, Elena's husband.
Nice.
I had met Steve before, but we spent a whole evening. Well, my friend Loretta and I spent a whole evening with Steve. I met Donna and Samantha.
Yeah.
They call her Sam, but I call her Samantha. And come to find out, she prefers to be called Samantha. So
okay, there you go.
Okay.
Met Donna and Samantha, and of course we had dinner with
Jeff and Ann.
Yeah. And we also Mama Mouse Ivone met us.
Good night, Mark. Thanks for popping in. We appreciate you. Great channel there, Wonderful World of Walter.
Yes.
Have a good night, Mark. Thanks for being here.
Oh yeah, night, Wally. But anyway, so Ivone met us at Epcot, and she kind of played in the park with us. So, so that was
Nice.
fun. And
Nice. So you just got to see a lot of people. Got to visit with
yeah,
a lot of folks while you were there,
yeah.
Tina. That's great. But yeah, Elena is you know, we were blessed to get to spend time with Elena when we were at Aulani, and she's DVC. She gave us the whole tour. You know, if you want that wonderful tour of Aulani, Elena gave us that tour. It's up
What a
on the
treat.
channel.
Also, yeah,
Yeah.
what a treat.
It was. It was.
yeah.
It was
I mean,
fantastic.
you know, everybody I've met in this community, they're so fun. They're so kind, you know. And I mean, I think that if we just it was a tie, Russ. It was a tie.
Oh, come on, Tina.
Oh goodness.
No, I mean seriously, I can't pick one person out over another anyway. But I mean,
Oh, Tina's being nice, Russ.
no, even if I could, I mean, it was
I know.
just I
I know.
you got to understand something. This Disney community has become so important to me. All
Yeah.
right. And the people that I traveled with, I mean, Tommy and Loretta were our matron of honor and best man at our wedding.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So they have been, I
Wow.
mean, Tommy and Chuck were best friends from years and years and years before Chuck and I even met.
Wow.
So I mean,
yeah.
these are our family, okay,
Mm.
our chosen family, and now I have another chosen family.
Right.
Aaron, we worked with for years and years and years. Um, so it's like I was bringing this family to meet this family. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
not one person. I mean, everybody got along, and
Yeah.
it was that was the best part was
Yeah.
that I was able to
Oh yeah.
have them meet each other and have a good time. And
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was the biggest treat of this.
Yeah. Yeah. It is really cool. You know, we, again, you know, I know we say this all the time, but you're preaching to the choir, Tina. We feel very blessed. Sure. We feel very blessed, you know, to be a part of this community. We love you guys. You know, oh, Monarch moments. Yeah, we are blessed to be a part of this community, and you know, so many great people. We spend a lot of time, you know, with Russ when we're down there. You know, Mikey, if you're still listening, you know,
Sure
we really want to meet. You know, go to Disneyland and meet Garrett, Michelle. We appreciate this community so much. We appreciate you guys so much. And you know, we love meeting you in the parks. It's just it's like, you know, Tina, you know, I mean, we talk to each other a lot. You know, we spend a lot of time together, and yet we've never met in person. So
exactly.
Right. So
and that was one of the things that I was trying to
it's
explain to
fantastic.
my friends Tommy and Loretta and Karen is that these
Yeah.
people are very important to me. They're very dear friends.
Yes.
of mine, even though we've never met. You know?
Yes.
And you know, it was
Special.
it was so fun to be able to spend the evening with Steve and going around. He showed us the different trees at Disney Springs, and it was Loretta and I and
Right.
Steve, and he was going to dinner with Donna and Samantha, our Johns, and Elena and Wayne, I think, were with them. But we didn't see Elena and Wayne that night, I don't think, or did we? I don't know. We saw Elena and Wayne in Epcot, and I saw Harmonious with them, and
Yeah.
Tim Rempel too.
Nice. Yeah.
Tim,
Oh, Tim. Yeah.
yeah,
Tim.
Tim's another sweetheart we met, and
Yeah. So,
I met somebody else. I met a lot of people, and
yeah.
Sean Kadani, Sean,
Okay. There
Neat.
you go.
wife.
There you
His
go.
name is Tina, by the way, so I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, I met a lot of people, and there were
Thanks,
some
Dave.
that I wanted to meet, and it didn't work out. But that's okay. I'll meet them next time because there's going to be a next time. There's always a next time. It's a great thing about, you know. Yeah, I bet you look up to Steve.
I would too, Russ. By the way,
Everybody except for maybe Jeff look up to Steve.
Russ, that's why we see eye to eye so much, buddy. That's it. That's why we see eye to eye so much. But yeah, so that's fantastic, Tina, that you got to meet so many people, and that's what's changed. Jeff and I've been going to Walt Disney World for a long time. Jeff and I took the kids. We went a lot, but when we started the channel, it's completely changed our trips. It's completely changed the dynamic, because now it's like, okay, when are we going to see Russ? When are we going to see Mikey? When are we going to see Jeff and Ange? It really has completely changed our trips in a way that we could never have expected when we started the channel. It's really great. It is.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, one of the things that I started.
Thanks, Mike. We may take you up on it.
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely, because it's not like I don't go to New York City, Mike.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, but the thing is that one of the things I since I started watching in this Resort TV one and so
Yes.
is I start stalking. It's not like I can't find out where people are, and I've gotten pretty good at figuring out. Okay, they're going to be coming this way, and they're there. So I can. I did it with Jeff and Ange. I did it with Resort TV one. I did it with Walt and Melissa. I saw. I knew exactly where Resort TV one was going to be. It turns out I ended up meeting Lisa and Joey and Lisa and Keith, because they were with Resort TV one. So I met them. I met others too. It was like, it was, Tommy and Loretta were there with them, and I mean, we had such a great time talking and chatting, and just it was that was the real. Like I said, I will treasure that forever.
Oh yeah.
Since I have been watching this community, since I've been watching on YouTube, I don't have my own channel. I have no intention of ever having my own channel, but I love talking to all of
Yeah.
Yeah. I love meeting.
Oh yeah.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's been our pleasure. It has been our pleasure, Tina, and we just feel very blessed to have y'all in our lives. We just to have met you, Tina. Odds are, if it were not for the channel, we would never have met. We live in totally different parts of the country, and so we feel very blessed to know all of you. And if we have a chance in the parks, if we're in the parks, guys, always reach out to us on Instagram. Send us shoot us an email, whatever, and by all means, because we do love to meet. We love to meet people. So definitely definitely do that. Let's see, Tina. Okay, so let's kind of start wrapping it up just a little bit. I've got some more questions, but so tell me what your favorite. We've kind of touched on this. Your favorite experiences from this trip, and you said your must do. You said Haunted Mansion is your favorite. TTA is one of your favorites. What is your favorite park, Tina?
My favorite park is, it kind of goes between Epcot and Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
More Epcot lately, because every time we've been there, they've had a festival going. Because with me, it was Animal Kingdom when Epcot wasn't having a festival. But they always have a festival now, so But I love Animal. A lot of people, when they're walking around, they're just running to to
That's
go
true.
to the Getty, or they're running. But there is so much theming in Animal Kingdom. I mean, wires in weird places. And if you look really closely, it turns out it's a hidden Mickey.
Yeah.
And you look at the ground, and there's tire tracks from bicycles, and there's and there's
it's so authentic. Each land. Joe Rohde and the Imagineers put so much work into making Asia, Africa, all of the different sections. And you are so right, Tina. They are so authentic. I mean, I had a friend. Yeah,
there's so much of that through the parks too. That just the common person could just go. They could spend their whole day there, and there's so many things you just wouldn't notice.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree 100%, Russ. Animal Kingdom, guys, my opinion, Animal Kingdom is not only the best themed park in the world, it is unique in the world. There is no place on the planet like Animal Kingdom. There's just not. So, and I agree.
There isn't.
Yeah.
One time, my husband and I were coming off of Cali River Rapids. And
Kali.
Kali.
Shout out to hashtag Team Replay. It's Joey's World. At least
Yes,
Keith and Joey.
definitely. So we were coming off the ride, and of course we were soaked. All right, and there was this couple. They were kind of older. They were like our age, or maybe a touch older, but they were. You could tell that they were obviously, I mean, I don't mean to be. I'm not judgmental or anything. You could tell they were from India or or that area. Okay?
Right.
And they were kind of looking around like this. Yeah. Now I don't know if you remember, Kali has all those flags hanging.
I do remember.
Yes. And I mean, and they're looking around, and I said, I'm like, I didn't want to get her wet, so I was kind of like, oh, excuse me, I don't want.
Right.
And she was like, oh, she says it's fine. And she says, I'm so sorry. She says, but it's just like home.
Oh, wow.
And she's looking around, and she's and
wow.
he said, it's just like our home. It's
wow.
Exactly. It looks just like our home.
Go Joe Rohde.
Exactly.
Bravo
that
Joe
right
Rohde.
There is the perfect description of Animal Kingdom.
Right.
Oh yeah. You go into the African section of Animal Kingdom, Harambee Village looks like an African village.
Yes. Now I can testify on that one because Jeff and I have been to Africa several times, and it is, guys, it's just amazing. And keep in mind now, keep in mind that the artifacts that you see in, the restaurants, the artifacts that you see in the queue line for Expedition Everest, for Kali River Rapids, they're not props, guys. Those are actual artifacts that Joe Rohde and his team collected from around the world and brought.
They were, in fact, when Joe and his team went to the Himalayas, they didn't go all the way up, but they went into the mountains, and the fact is he's been there several times because he's very involved with conservation and and preserving the what is it, the snow leopard, I think it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, but it's from, that's artifacts, it's stuff that they used.
Yes.
It's used and brought back, and all the
it's incredible.
It's
it really is.
And everything else.
Yeah. So, hey, Flo, welcome in.
Sebastian the Crab. That's a great suggestion.
Absolutely.
I've seen someone say, somebody had said something along the lines of, how do you know? Because there's different, I guess, areas of like India and Africa and places like that. So like, how do you know, like how to pick one to properly honor to really, gauge, get a true feel for the country, and he wrote out this big long explanation of how to honor a country properly. So he's a good follow on social media.
Yeah, it's an amazing follow,
especially when there's somebody gets him on something park related.
Yeah, they're his explanations and his posts are really quite amazing. And with each post that he makes is like a little lecture. With all of this knowledge and all of this travel that he's done, it's really worth your time, guys. Give Joe Rohde a follow on Instagram. If you're not following him, by all means do it, because it's amazing. His Instagram feed is amazing. Right. Yeah, love it.
With bringing it back to Animal Kingdom Lodge, I wasn't there. This is somebody else describing the conversation, but he also helped design Animal Kingdom Lodge. He is not the architect. He didn't do that, but he helped design the decor and the theming in Animal Kingdom Lodge. Yeah. And if you look at that lobby around the side is the railing to the, I believe it's the 5th and 6th floors. And you see that it's leaping antelope if you look closely.
Mm.
And he said, do you notice? He said, they're all running that way. And that way is the Arusha Savannah, the Arusha Rock Savannah that I was talking about
Oh,
earlier.
how fun.
They're all running out to the savannah.
My
Wow.
goodness, how cool is that?
There
Yeah.
you see motion. Even though
Yeah.
they're not moving, it's wood.
Yeah.
See
Right.
motion. But that's
Huh.
that's the design.
Yeah. He also Joe Rohde was also hugely involved in the design, and I know that Elena knows this, of
Yep.
Oahu's Disney Resort, Aulani. And I can tell you guys that I talked a lot with cast members while I was there. I asked a lot of questions, had Elena, there obviously to point out so many details of that resort, guys. He wanted that resort to be Polynesian, to fit in, to have so many nods to the Polynesian culture.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's an incredible
honor
resort.
it, not
Yeah.
just
Yes.
Yeah.
duplicate. He didn't want
Yes.
to make it like a Disney park.
Right.
He wanted to honor
Yeah.
the real Polynesian
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah, he wanted to bring the two together. Disney's partnership with Oahu and Hawaii in building that resort meant a lot to Joe Rohde, and so he made that resort reflect their honor at being able to do that. But Disney being able to do that in Hawaii. And Elena knows I fell in love with the culture. I absolutely did, and hopefully we'll be able to come back. So Mike Klimovich was asking what you think about Sanaa, Tina.
I like it. My husband not so much. We went there once, and I loved the food, but as I said before, my husband isn't as adventurous as he likes the steak and potatoes.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's nothing wrong with that.
Nope, nothing wrong with that at all.
And I guess he ordered a hamburger, and I guess it was good, but it was everything around it wasn't so much.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think he would have loved the bread service, but I don't think he wanted to get it. We were there for lunch. It was kind of
it's interesting too, because even like eating at certain restaurants, sometimes I mean it's like Disney's not immune to the same things in any other restaurant is. Right. Sometimes you hit them on a bad day, know.
Yes.
And
I don't really think it was a case of I think it was a case with him of we love Chico and we love Boma, and I mean Mara, which is the quick service.
Yeah, zebra domes.
So those zebra domes. Oh my.
Yeah. It's like our friends that live really close to us. They went on their first trip as a family this end of October, beginning of November last year, and they said that for their experience, there were very few places they actually enjoyed. Like they said, for them the food was so bad that they would consider cooking next time and getting a room with a kitchen, because that's how poorly their food dining experience was.
Where did they go?
Well, yeah, and so I'll have to talk with them and get their list.
We need to talk.
Somebody earlier was mentioning Yachtsman Steakhouse, and like you said, everybody has a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
I said that we went to Victoria and Albert's twice. The first time I loved it. The second time, it wasn't the same. It seemed more hoity-toity than I
exactly, Elena.
Yachtsman Steakhouse. We went there one time. It was wonderful. We were served by a legacy. And he was fantastic. The second time we went there, our friends had she had a chip in her glass, and the server didn't seem to think it was a big deal.
Oh,
and
goodness.
then there was the same person had the paper from a butter patty underneath like a pat of butter. You know how they have the paper on the top and the bottom?
Uh-huh.
Well, I know why they're putting the butter there. It's to hold the steak in place, all
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
you need to take the paper off of the
Right.
top and the bottom
Yeah.
before you put it on the plate, before you put the steak on it in order to
Yeah.
hold the butter in place. And she's
Yeah.
cutting into her steak and she gets a piece of paper.
Gets the paper,
And
right?
again,
Yeah.
the server didn't really think it was that big a deal. She
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
well, they put that there to hold it in place. And I said,
Yeah.
I get that, but don't they think they need to take the paper off in order to keep
Right.
it?
Yeah. There are always, I mean, everything is not going to be perfect. And
Yeah.
it's, as you say, I've had people, say that they had, really bad experiences at places that I've never had a bad experience at. So, tastes vary, times vary, experiences vary.
Yeah. And what was funny was they talked to some of their friends. They talked to us, and we had a couple bad experiences this past trip. But they talked to some friends that ate pretty much at most of the places they did, and they said it was some of the best food they ever had. And so,
right.
Again,
Yeah.
like sometimes you hit them on
Yeah.
a good day, sometimes you hit them on a bad day.
That's
It
true.
just varies. Everybody's taste buds differ and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's true.
And that's the thing. I mean,
Mike,
every server has a bad day. Every restaurant
Yep.
has a bad day. Every chef has a bad day. We just.
I mean, something could happen to you earlier in the parks that day that frustrated you,
right.
and then
Right.
it just snowballed into your meal, and your meal seemed worse because of it. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Right. Mike is asking, Tina, you want to explain to Mike Klimovich what zebra domes are?
Okay, zebra domes are a kind of a hybrid of a pastry and a mousse, and it's kind of a mixture of caramel and coffee and chocolate flavored mousse, and it has a cookie on it, and it has a drizzle of chocolate on it, and it's a little boozy, and it's really delicious. And they're only about 1.5 inches round,
Right.
but you
Right.
usually get like 3 of them.
Right.
It's kind of
Nice.
Right. They're
but
white.
they are delicious.
Yeah. They're like white chocolate and they have little stripes on them so that they look like zebras. But they kind of remind me of a petifer. The
Yes.
little, they
Yes.
kind of remind me of a
Yes.
little petifer. But they're
But
one of the
it's
favorite
lighter.
things,
Yeah, it's
resort
lighter.
wide, park wide.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They're one of the favorite things on Disney property, I think, is zebra domes.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Yep,
they're
definitely.
good. Yeah. And Elena, I wanted to back up to Elena's comment, and this is absolutely true with the importance of our culture here, which is Hawaii. On Oahu, it would have been a huge mistake and not well received if they didn't go to the extent that they did to build Aulani. Joe Rohde was perfect for that project. So,
Exactly.
yeah, I 100% agree with you, Elena. Yeah. So, so Space Mountain Dave says, stick to Casey's, never go wrong.
Dave speaking my language there. Jillian took a picture of me on Main Street with Casey's in the background on this past trip. So yeah, Dave speaking my language now.
There you go.
I gotta know, Russ. How did all of your food just disappear? I mean, I understand that it was magical, but
Russ had a problem at Regal Eagle today. Yeah. It all just disappeared, Russ. What the heck?
That's funny.
Yeah, that tends to happen to me at California Grill. It just yeah.
I'll tell you what, Regal Eagle has a beautiful pit out front that I took a picture of and just admired. I'm in a Facebook barbecuing group.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it's nice. Is it very nice?
Getting lag? No lag? Maybe it's just you, Garrett.
I didn't get any lag, but
yeah, I agree, Elena. I agree. They need to step it up.
Well, they actually started. I don't know whether they built that specifically for that spot, but it was like about I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 years ago. They built that for the first flower and garden that had food.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, I don't think it's movable. I think it's pretty well stationary. So so they started. I mean, I don't know whether all the food that came out of for the festival that year came out of that pit or
Mhm.
what, but yeah, it was really really good food right from the get go. Like
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
obviously this wasn't made in the pit, but I remember the uh maple bacon cupcake with pretzel crumbles.
Okay.
Now
Ooh,
you say no. Oh, that was
No, it
A
sounds
little
good to
salty
me.
sweet thing going on there.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, sounds delicious.
And I mean everything's better with bacon.
Yeah, there's, suffice to say, if you're going to Walt Disney World and you're thinking that all they have is bad burgers and fries and chicken nuggets,
Mhm.
by all means, reach out to us. We can
Yeah.
send you to some. Don't eat bad burgers and bad pizza in Walt Disney World. There are so many restaurants
Yeah.
that are fantastic, and that includes the quick service. There's some,
Yeah.
some
Julie
Satuli Canteen is considered quick service, guys. So,
Mhm.
That food was very, very good. I'm sure, Mike. I so am I, and I ate a good dinner tonight.
yeah.
Even bacon is better with bacon. Yeah.
Lucky we made Mike hungry. Oh my goodness. So yeah,
But
thanks.
yeah,
Thanks so much for
there's
that.
no reason to eat just amusement park food at Walt Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
absolutely
so many more options. Definitely. So many more options. Okay. Was there anything else that you wanted to kind of, tell us, Tina, or share with us about your trip that you think, would be?
Yeah, I kind of a wrap up kind of thing here.
And also after that, when are you thinking about heading back? Is or I guess
Well, your mom
follow-up
already
question.
asked me that.
Okay.
Of course, I've always got a trip planned, but I'll reiterate that at the end here. First,
Alrighty.
enjoy walking down the middle of Main Street, USA. All right, go do your trip. Do it as soon as possible. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Again, like I said before, if there's anything we have learned in the last 2 years, it's that things may not be there. If you don't take the opportunity now, it won't be the same.
Yep.
Okay.
Amen. That one.
Do it.
Yeah.
Make the plan, but let it go. If the plan isn't working, let it go.
Yeah.
Be ready to just fly by.
Be flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hakuna Matata.
Exactly. Try to either stop for groceries or order groceries online, especially water and soda.
Yep.
Okay, now
Gallons
Tina,
of water.
Francisco had a question about ordering water and having it delivered to the resort. Did you guys do that?
We didn't
Okay.
do that. We do grocery stuff, but you can do that. Publix will
Yes.
even deliver it for a very small fee that
Yes.
more than makes up for, and the delivery more than makes up for the cost of water. If you're
Yes.
buying bottles of water, I mean, we all know Disney Dan,
Yep.
right? He says don't buy water at the parks. But I don't like to drink the water at the parks, the free water either,
Yeah.
unless it's Starbucks. And I'm not a big Starbucks fan, so you won't
Yeah.
catch me at Starbucks very often.
Right.
But
Right.
I mean, we buy our water. We buy a
Yep.
couple gallons, and we
Yep.
we have water bottles. I mean, this is a Disney water bottle. I mean, if I can get it aimed right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. There you go.
fill it up. It keeps the water cold all day long. Drink lots of water. I got into trouble because I didn't drink enough water.
Yep.
In December, when the temperatures the weather was perfect. We had 20 minutes of rain the whole week. And that was when we were sitting inside the candlelight processional. All right. The weather was perfect. It was low 80s to mid 80s, 60s to 70s at night. It was
That is perfect.
So you think, oh, I don't need to drink as much water. Yes, you do.
Did a lot of walking.
Always
Tina, I did the same thing. Now,
Mhm.
we consider ourselves, I'd say, to be Disney professionals. We've been And lo and behold, guys, I think I, mentioned it to William. He called, Kylie and I were in Magic Kingdom, and I was going downhill because, and I know better than that. I know better than to get dehydrated. William said, "Mom, you got to get something to drink. You got to do it now."
Yep.
So, don't, guys, you got to drink, you got to eat, you got to rest.
Yep.
You have to take care of
yeah,
yourself.
Listen to your body.
Listen to your body.
Because if you go straight up death march,
it's not gonna be good.
We've been there before. You just start dragging, and then it's just not as much fun.
No,
we don't do straight up death march like you.
Yeah.
We don't do from park over.
Yeah.
Our days, but you still need to drink your water, and you still need to you need to hydrate. Just because it's cooler, just because it's not surface of the sun hot, doesn't mean you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. Yeah, Mike, you're 100% right. If you feel like you're thirsty in the park, you're already dehydrated.
Yeah.
So, absolutely, guys, just be aware you are doing a lot of walking. You are doing a ton of walking. Be sure all of the most quick service restaurants will give you free cups of ice water, okay, as many as you ask for. So, and if you don't like that, the bottled water in the parks is really expensive. Take your own water in. Francisco, you've got a good idea there. Buy some water, have it delivered to the resort, pick it up on your way. If you have that transportation to Publix or Walmart.
We usually go in by a
keep the water.
In the car service. It's like, yeah, sure, we'll stop at Publix or at Winn-Dixie.
Absolutely.
Or whatever the third one is down there. I don't know, but it's usually Publix. So, but we always do a grocery stop on the way in.
Yes.
We buy water, and we buy like I'll buy some yogurt. My husband wants to buy some chips and stuff like that.
Right.
Why I don't know, but whatever.
Well, to each his own, Tina.
Yeah. But the thing is that, we'll buy coffee because we also have an owner's locker. We actually have 2 owner's lockers down there. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that, but it's basically a huge tote. It's like, I don't know, it's probably by like 30 inches by about 24 inches by about 20 inches deep. And we have a Keurig in there, and we have most of my ears in there, and a bunch of other things. But the thing is that I don't want to have Florida water even for my coffee in the morning. So So we get a couple gallons of water, and we keep them in the refrigerator because the rooms have fridges. All the rooms have fridges now. Okay, it's not just DVC rooms; they have small refrigerators.
Yes.
All right. So we'll fill up our water bottles with water and put them in the refrigerator, and they're full. Yeah. And we take them into the parks, and we have our water for our coffee, and it works out great. And it's a whole lot cheaper than buying water at the parks. Right. You can buy a gallon of water for the price that you pay for one bottle of water at the parks.
Yeah. Guys, water is expensive in the parks. Do not get stuck buying water in the parks. Now, I will have to say, they do also have what they call filling stations, which basically is a water bottle filling station. And it has, you can fill up your water bottle. Sebastian the Crab says we just all drank the free water. And, I can do that too. I honestly can. I can drink. Sometimes I have, a couple of times I've only run into it when it kind of, smell kind of funky. I've not had any trouble drinking the water in the parks. But if you don't want to do that, definitely plan for taking some in with you. That's important. Very important. Let's see here. Okay. I guess, guys, we're gonna go over some other stuff. We've got just some quick stuff to go over. Don't want to keep y'all all night unless you want to stay. We could keep going until it's time for the drop of episode 3 of Book of Boba Fett on Disney Plus.
I'm going to do the same thing as I did with Mandalorian because I've been watching your shows, but I don't catch them when you do them. It's always the day when I'm not. Well, but anyway, but the thing is, I've been watching them, And I'm probably going to do the same thing as I did with Mandalorian, is wait like you're like 6 or 7 episodes in, and then I'll watch them all at once.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks so much.
But anyway, my one last point. Okay, Landry's card, open tables in Wonderland if they bring them back. Of course, Tables in Wonderland is only for DVC or AP holders.
Right.
But even if you have one AP, or hopefully AP sales come back soon, and definitely renew at least one because of the discounts that you get.
Yes.
With APs.
Yes.
And the Tables in Wonderland is one form of that discount. You can actually buy it. Yes, you have to pay for it, but it more than makes up for itself.
Yeah.
Landry's
annual pass holder
card is
yes.
Yak and Yeti. It's Rainforest Cafe. Rex. It's a couple of other restaurants in the area.
Can use it.
Pay $25 for it, but you get it back. You get that $25 back, and it is more than worth it.
Yeah.
We walked in Rainforest Cafe. We walked in it was a Saturday, okay, and we wanted to have a late lunch kind of thing. We had a brunch with Wine Bar George.
Nick, have a great night.
We walked into a Rainforest Cafe, and supposedly there was a 45-minute to an hour wait. They said, we don't know when we're going to be able to seat you. It might be 45 minutes, it might be an hour. I said, wait, if I have a Landry's card, and they said, well, if you have a Landry's card, we'll seat you right away. I dug out my Landry's card, and so we had
you get priority seat. Get priority seat. Landry's card.
We've been there before. Yeah, I can confirm at the Rainforest Cafe in Galveston, Texas. Yep. We've walked in before, and one of our favorite games to play is check the wait.
What's the wait time?
And then pull your card. And so we've gone down there before, and
an hour and a half wait quickly turns to, we have your table ready, sir. So the Landry's card, guys, is it's so worth it.
It blew my friend Loretta's mind. She was like, I'm not waiting, and I says wait. I says don't go anywhere. I says stay right there. And she came up with me because she didn't really believe it. I says they say if you have a Landry's card, they'll seat you right away. I says I don't know, with COVID maybe they can't do it. I don't know. But it's worth a shot.
Yeah,
she walked up with me and she saw that and she's like, oh my. So everybody at the table got one after that.
That's funny.
It's worth it. It's very worth it. And the Landry's group operates a lot of restaurants. I think you'd be surprised at some of the, they're listed on
T-Rex, Bubba Gump's, Landry's, Rainforest Cafe.
Check it out.
There's
at a lot of
several
places.
others.
Yeti. There's a few others at Disney.
Yeah, there are.
Welcome in, Mr. Najuma.
Definitely. Well, Mr. Najuma, thanks so much for being here. It's always good to see you. We're delighted to have you. And that is a good segue, guys. Oh, go ahead, Tina.
I was just going to say, Jeanette, that was my problem. I didn't drink enough water, and I also have kidney stones.
So definitely,
sorry state that night at Ohio.
Definitely. Stay hydrated and make sure you rest. Make sure you don't get starving and hangry. Just take care. Take care of yourself. So that you can really enjoy the experience. And the food thing, talking about food and water is kind of a good segue, guys. And I did want to mention yesterday, Disney parks raised prices on almost everything. They just did. Now, this is they have raised prices. This one kind of hurts because in February of every year, as Disney fans, we have come to expect price hikes on food. That's just kind of when they do it. It's a regular thing. It's usually, a quarter on some things, and we always grumble. This year, it's hitting us pretty hard because of the price hikes that they previously made. And guys, they have raised Dole Whip is $1 more. Guys, we're
not talking a nickel here, a quarter there.
Yeah. I was gonna,
it all adds up. It all adds up.
At Aloha Isle, the pineapple Dole Whip cup for example, went up from $5.99 to $6.99, a dollar. Most things went up a dollar. Popcorn went from $4.99 to $5.50. Popcorn bucket refill increased from $1.89 to $2.25. Mickey Premium ice cream bar and sandwich increased to $6.25. So, and your Cokes, your Cokes, Diet Coke, Sprite in the bottles increased to $5. So, they're and it's across the board.
That was my other thing. Buy soda at the grocery store or have it delivered. One bottle of soda will cost you the same as a full 6-pack at the grocery store.
Right, exactly. For example, Oga's Cantina, these are pretty much across the board park-wide, even into Disney Springs. Oga's Cantina, every drink on their menu increased $1. So, just be aware there, it's tough. It's pretty much across the board. And so just keep that in mind. I mean,
don't be shocked if you see that outside of Disney as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, at the grocery store.
That's very true.
That's true. But
you're going to pay more to eat.
Cost as much as
of course not.
Yeah, you're going to pay more to eat, and we kind of expect these increases. These just kind of hit us in the stomach a little bit harder because of all the other increases that Disney has made.
All the merch increases
lately. It's been tough, guys. Yeah,
the things that aren't there anymore, and the things that somebody was posting somewhere in one of the chats about this ride. Was it you, Russ? I don't know. About how this ride was down and that ride was down and that ride was down and that ride was down, and it's like, okay, I'm getting less, I'm paying more at the gate. I mean, even annual passes are really more expensive, and then you're talking about how, oh, well, you got to pay for this lightning lane, and oh wait, you're going to pay for the lightning lane, and the ride is down.
Yeah. So just be aware, folks. If you're planning a trip, again, if we can help in any way, we certainly will. You're always welcome to send us a direct message or an email, ask a question. But be aware, guys. Do your homework before you go. Budget, because prices for food and merch have increased drastically. They just have. So just be aware and budget for it. Don't let it become a
the reason I don't have Fantasmic Wishables is because of the price increase.
There you go.
They went up 50%, right?
There you go.
There you go. But if anybody is planning on planning a trip sometime soon, like, I don't know, the tail end of November or tail end of October to the beginning of November, the first week of November, we might be able to meet up, because that's where
there you go.
All right, good tease.
My motto is to get over the Disney blues, plan another trip.
There you go. That is a great
words of wisdom there.
Great prescription. Just quickly, guys, and something that you may not have heard, my sister Susan sent me an email, and it had some information in it that I have not heard anywhere else, and that I just wanted to kind of share with you. It's interesting. We're huge Winnie the Pooh fans, and the original Winnie the Pooh, what we'd call classic Winnie the Pooh, I guess, is actually now in the public domain. It turns out January 1st is more, and I'm going to read this, this is a quote from the article. Turns out January 1st is more than about learning, which friends have decided to start reading again. It's also Public Domain Day. It's a holiday that marks the date when historic books, movies, songs, and other creative works previously protected by copyright can be freely adapted and used by the public. This year, the public domain is giving us Agatha Christie and Ernest Hemingway novels, 400,000 audio recordings. This is going to be worth it to check, because we're always concerned with audio pieces about copyright. So this is going to be something
I
that,
love
especially with the
Michael Chris.
audio,
Yeah.
that we might want to check into as to what's now in the public domain. The original stories of Winnie the Pooh and Bambi. Okay, so the copyright has run out basically, and so I just thought that was interesting. We're such Winnie the Pooh fans. I just thought that was worth mentioning, and especially if you're a YouTube creator, Winnie the Pooh does rock. You are so right, Garrett. Check in the public domain. We love to use music in our videos and what have you. Check the public domain, because a lot of music has fallen back into the public domain and is no longer under copyright. So we'll have to check that out. Good taste. We do.
For you guys.
So basically, check that out. And I just thought it would be, I just think that's really interesting. And I thought it'd be worth sharing with you that the original Winnie the Pooh, that A.A. Milne is now in the public domain. So,
they had a battle about 20 years ago, I think, with Disney and
they did, yeah.
Bones family.
Yeah, Disney has hung on to those copyrights as long as they can.
Yeah, they keep getting them extended.
They
basically fight it in court and get it extended, and so we'll see. I think, was it 2024? I think Mickey's supposed to enter the public domain. I think
I believe so, and that's going to be a tough one. That's really going to be a tough one.
I think Disney might have a good case for that. Not.
Oh, I do too.
That's a trademark. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I can't really blame them if trying to keep their IP out of the domain, but
sure. Yeah. Well, and as we learn from Walt, that mouse is family. So.
Yep.
I wanted to mention, guys, and I'll William, I'll mention this, and then if you want to do the Disney news, you can kind of tag your it. I did want to mention, guys, as y'all know, we have all been really saddened by the death of Betty White, Disney legend, and one of the things that has been, and I know you've seen it on social media, is the Betty White Challenge. Betty White would have turned 100 years old on January the 17th. That's her birthday. By the way, her birthday party will be hosted in 900 theaters across the country. If you want to attend one of those only on January 17th, by all means, check your local theater to see if there's still tickets available. I'm going to that. I've already bought my ticket, so I'm going to that. It's a pre-recorded birthday party for Betty White that is being sponsored by, I believe it's Fathom Events, and so check at your theater to see on January 17th if they have that. But on social media, it has been suggested, because Betty White was such an animal lover, that we all donate a minimum of $5 to a local charity or to an animal shelter specifically, on January 17th in Betty White's name. So I wanted to mention that. I wanted to show you this. This is People magazine, guys, and this obviously was put out and done and to be released
before her death.
For her 100th birthday. I normally don't buy People much anymore, but I bought this one just because it's kind of special, and it does have a fantastic article in there on Betty White. So check that out. Buy that, People. It's still in the stands, I think. But I did want to mention, if you don't have a local shelter, by all means, consider our shelter. We have some friends who run a shelter in Mount Pleasant, Texas. It's called Cove Rescue. And it's exactly what I said exactly as the title would suggest. They are a kitty cat rescue service. They are a 501c3 organization. And so any contribution that you make is tax deductible. The link to their Facebook page, there's a donate button on their Facebook page. The link to Kitty Cove Rescue on Facebook is in the description of this video. If one of our mods wants to share that, please grab that. Okay, William's got it. Use that link, guys, and donate to Kitty Cove Rescue. Ronald and Sherry are personal friends of ours. Ronald and Sherry are the biggest cat lovers I know, and they do a fantastic job. It's a community of volunteers, in the area, in our area, who Ronald and Sherry actually house unadoptable animals until they find, homes for them. And right now they are full. So they could use your help. If you guys, I love, I know Ronald and Sherry personally, they are fantastic people. And if you want to donate, in Betty White's name, send something to Kitty Cove Rescue, and they would really appreciate it. I think it's a great idea, by the way, to honor Betty White. I just love that idea.
Yeah, I would donate to Kitty Cove, but I have 3 pups right here in the room with me.
Well, there you go. You've got your babies.
Tell me that to donate to where they came from.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go.
They're all rescued.
Yeah.
Have a good night, Mike and Dave.
Yeah,
have a good night.
So much.
Thanks for being here.
It. Yeah, if you have a place, by all means donate. But I wanted to make you aware that is a thing that has been suggested by somebody on Facebook. I don't know who the originator of it was, but I thought it was a good idea. So if you don't have a place, by all means, consider Kitty Cove.
A million times.
Yeah, consider Kitty Cove. And one more thing I wanted to mention too. I bought this book, William, at Amazon. It's Bob Iger's The Ride of a Lifetime, and I'm really looking forward to reading this book. This is, of course, by Bob Iger, CEO of Disney for a number of years. Looking forward to reading that.
So yeah, I've got mine. I've got my copy on the desk over here. My best friend Clay got for me. I got into it and then I got really busy. But it's very good.
So I'm going to start reading. I'm going to start reading.
Yeah, certain insights of him kind of moving up the ranks through the company, and also too the week that they open, you'll get to this in the book. I hate to spoil it, but you'll get to this in the book. But the week that they opened Shanghai Disney was just a heck of a week for him. It was a tough week for him, and so whenever if you go and you watch a YouTube video of him kind of opening the park and addressing them.
Yes. Yeah, that was a tough
he
week
dealt with a whole lot that week. And so he kind of had to put his game face on and go out there and be happy because, thinking about it, that's years worth of work of thousands of people constructing that park. And, everybody's there and they're excited to enjoy this park. And so, with all that he dealt with that week he did the best he could, because of all that hard work of everybody else to really, put forth his best effort to, again, put that game face on and be very congratulatory and celebratory in light of all the events of that week.
Yeah, I'm anxious to read this. I think Bob Iger is an interesting person, and obviously his business experience is extensive. I'm interested in the Disney business philosophy, and so I'm really excited, to read this. I went ahead and ordered that from Amazon because you recommended it, William, and so okay, let's do we want to go ahead and wrap this up as we let's make our challenge?
I was trying to see how far I was into it. I think I'm chapter 5. I'm at the beginning of chapter 5.
Gotcha. Well, I'm just starting, so I'll catch up to you. We'll talk about
it. Let's see here.
Probably will.
Yeah, you'll definitely catch me because I'm reading. Class that I'm teaching started up yesterday, and then also I've got a book that I'm reading with a buddy too. So you'll definitely catch me, no doubt. But it's good, and it'd be worth talking about. Maybe doing a book club at some point. But let's see. All right. So just catching up on the notes here. One thing I did want to mention, and I hate to bring up a heel at the end of the show here, but Bob Chapek did announce his let's see, what was it? Three pillars of success for the next 100 years of the Walt Disney Company. First,
in a memo that he sent to cast members.
First, storytelling excellence, and we can talk about this more in depth next week. But first, storytelling excellence. 2, innovation. And 3, relentless focus on the audience. So the thing you always have to remember is, Walt Disney Company is a behemoth, and there are lots of other companies other than the parks, other than Disney Plus. I mean, you think about it. You got ESPN. They own a large share of Hulu. There's a big chart that you can search for on Google that shows you all the properties that fall underneath the umbrella of the Walt Disney Company. But it's I'll just say, so we have storytelling excellence, innovation, and relentless focus on our audience is the 3 pillars that he's identified. So at a glance, we can unpack this more, and I'd like to do a better job of thoroughly reading and kind of picking apart his memo. But on the surface, they don't sound bad. It does seem, the audience portion did seem a little bit impersonal. I'm used to being kind of referred to as a guest, and it does seem a little bit cold, personally. But
I agree. Except that with Disney, especially the parks, it's all about the show. So I guess in a way we are an audience, but I see your point. It seems rather.
Yeah, because he talks about the consumer, and I realize, it extends past the parks. But I wanted to mention,
definitely a very, very.
So I was outside taking down external Christmas decorations on Sunday. And I was thinking to myself, this is just my thoughts. I was thinking to myself, I was like, okay, just kind of thinking random thought as I'm out there working. I was like, why do we care so much about what happens in the parks? Like, aside from sentimental and emotional connections that we have. Yeah. And I thought about it, and just really what hit me was it's where Disney magic comes to life. It's like it's an intersection of our world and theirs. This world that they've created in through TV and through cinema. I was like, the parks appeal to all the senses. Yes. They pump smells out there. You've got the foods that you eat while you're there. The drinks.
It's where the magic happens. It's
the music. And fireworks. Absolutely. So much visual. Interaction as well, and so it's where you feel the magic, and so I think that's just another. That was just me doing work, random thought popping in my head, but I was like, that's not a bad bad thought by me, so I'll go ahead and mention that on the stream. But I hope we continue being viewed as guests and not simply
customers,
nameless, faceless, customer. And I get that, it's, you get into, just kind of almost interchangeable words to a perspective, but it's an ideology behind it of,
philosophy.
Philosophy. Exactly.
Yeah. And that's, and I think, we as Disney fans, I agree 100%, William. I think, diehard with Disney fans, we know what the magic is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
We know what, Disney set that bar high, Walt set that bar really high. And, we're trying to keep them honest. We're trying to hold them to that, so that something that we love so much and that does have such a high standard and is so wonderful is not compromised. We don't want Disney to be compromised. We don't want Walt's dream to fall into being just another theme park.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what I'm always saying is I hate that argument where somebody will say, well, so and so's doing it, everybody else is doing it. Wait, no, I'm like,
No.
wait a minute. Disney is supposed to be better than that. Disney is supposed to be innovative. Disney is supposed
Disney sets the bar.
exactly.
Disney
It's not
sets the bar
it's
for
not
everybody
Disney that's
else.
supposed to be saying, well, they're
right.
all doing it, so we'll do it too.
Right.
It should be a case of Disney is going, we're going to do it this way, and let them try to catch up.
Let
to
them
us.
catch up. Exactly.
Yeah.
Catch
And
us
I
if
don't
you
mean
can.
catch up with the prices, although that seems to be the thing, because now it's a case of everything is more expensive at Disney than it ever is, even at Universal, and definitely SeaWorld.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. We're treading on a little
acts
thin
like
ice
they've
here.
got such a good history that everybody's just going to keep walking in that gate, even if there isn't anything to see.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree 100%, Elena.
Yeah, I agree, Elena.
Right. So yeah, we're keeping an eye. We're all of us are keeping an eye on them. Disney vloggers, and it's it's in this day and age where you can put your opinion out there literally as fast as you can type it. I feel like we need to hold Disney's feet to the fire. We need to in many ways we are also the keepers of Walt's dream. Because it's we who are his guests in his parks. And I know that Walt has, passed away for a long time ago, but it's still his vision that created all of this, the huge conglomerate that Disney is. Guess what? It all started with a mouse.
Yeah.
So let's remember that, guys. Yeah, that's why we love it.
My husband said a few days ago, he said, is there anybody in the Disney family still involved with Disney? And I said, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think not directly.
They're all,
not directly.
All left. Even the daughters, obviously they've passed, but the daughters had kids. They're not involved in
no, not directly. I don't think, Tina, which is really sad to me. But
sad to me, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see here. Let's see. So I was going to mention tomorrow the Eternals drops on Disney Plus for free.
Oh,
I started to say Shop Disney because I have Shop Disney up here. They have some wishables, some princess wishables. So let's see if I can hold. This is actually. Let me see if I can bring it up on my phone because I always feel ridiculous when I'm holding up my laptop up here. So I'm gonna try to bring this up on my phone as soon as possible.
Okay.
While you're looking at that, I purchased a new Loungefly today.
Ooh, what'd you get?
A Beauty and the Beast one.
Oh, cool! Excellent.
Nice, very nice.
Very nice. More wishables. It's bad. It's a trap. It's a trap.
It is a 100% a trap. So here we have the Disney Parks Wishables Mystery Push Ultimate Princess Celebration Series. So here, actually,
okay.
Kill the ring light.
Now these are new, William.
Yeah, these are relatively new. Jillian showed them to me the other day, but they're on Shop Disney currently.
They're adorable, but
but they're $15 a pop.
See, I can't bring those into our house anyway. It would never be a tangible trap for me because no way I could ever bring those into this house.
Yeah.
They're cute. Ooh, okay. So here's the chase. Is Aurora in her blue outfit.
Her blue. Wow.
So that is cool. Yeah. And let's see, Rapunzel. Let me see if I can Rapunzel showed up here real quick. Rapunzel is the open edition. So we have I just held up the picture, but we have Cinderella, Tiana, Moana, and Aurora.
Neat.
So here is Rapunzel.
Oh,
there she is. So very cute. They're used to wishables would sell out pretty quick upon hitting Shop Disney. And I think that other people are like me, and they're slowing down on buying wishables because the price increases. So,
well, when you consider the fact that they went up by 50%,
yeah,
Yeah, that's
exactly. So you can even see that increase. You can still see that difference. So there's an R2D2. So there are some that are still listed at $9.99. You've got R2D2. You've got the kangaroo from It's a Small World. You've got Rosita from
the
Tiki Room. You've got Jack, and you've got the Incredibles. So the Incredibles have been on Shop Disney for a long time. And all of those are still at the $9.99 price mark. Everything else, so you've got 50th Mickey, 50th Minnie, you got Snow White, you've got Sorcerer Mickey, you've got the 50th Wishables, like we got a bunch of those over here. You've got Phantasmic Wishables, you've got some Lion King Wishables, you have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Wishables, you've got the princesses that I just showed. All of those are $14.99. So
okay.
Yeah, so I'm guessing I'm not the only one that has slowed down on buying Wishables due to this price increase. Because again, comparison wise, you could buy. Oh man, my example is no longer behind me. Here it is. You could go and buy this new emo.
There you go.
For a little bit more money. Granted, I put clothes on him. Actually, Jillian put clothes on him, but he's posable. His hands are magnets.
Yeah.
Also.
Quality. Yeah.
But I mean, you look at them side by side, and it's bigger.
No comparison in the quality.
Yeah.
The new emos are far and away better quality. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't buy those either.
Yeah.
So here's one of my 4 Draxes. Again, goodness gracious. So yeah, if you have a Wishable you'd like to trade with me, I have 3 Draxes that are available for trade. As a reminder.
Definitely. Yeah.
They're Disney's version of Beanie Babies.
Those Draxes out there.
Yeah, that's right. Mikey says you pay $17 an outfit. So yeah, the new emos are a trap, but if you're comparing them to,
right,
even
with the price hike on the Wishables, the new emos got a lot more affordable.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder if they did that on purpose.
Does it make sense? You pay, it's
and that's the thing. The emos, I mean, that's an ongoing thing because then you want to buy the outfits for them,
right?
Oh, look at that backpack! Isn't that cute?
Mom's had to do that for the grandkids.
I have. I said I wasn't going to get into the emos, and Kylie, we were at Disney Springs last time. She decided she wanted Daisy, and then of course Daisy had to have the Loungefly backpack, and Daisy had to have an outfit. And this Christmas we added Minnie and Mickey to the family. So yeah, I've just surrendered, and they're really cute. The quality is very high on the Nuemos. I will have to say, the Nuemos are very high quality. Their little clothes are very high quality, and my girls have enjoyed them. So there's that. Russ said he'd trade you one of his Draxes for your Drax.
Russ, that would get me too far down the road.
Way too many Draxes, huh?
Exactly, Mike.
Yeah. In my defense, I bought these from Shop Disney, so I got real close. I was not anticipating. I thought, okay, I'm going to buy it because again, they were cheaper then. And I think also too, I was hitting some sort of incentive from a shipping perspective.
Right. Could be that.
So yeah, I bought 6 of them, and I right off the bat, I got Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, and then from there, the first 3 were I was like, man, this is great. I'm gonna make it, and then the next 3 bags were all Drax. So. Yeah.
So Mikey, he didn't have you. So that's why we had such great luck with our Wishables. We had Mikey with us to
Oh yeah. And we did you proud, Mikey, with the 50th Wishables, because we nailed those. Yeah.
Y'all really kind of redeemed yourselves.
And we took time in World of Disney. We took time feeling down the bags and making sure. So I'll do you one better, Russ. Actually, we've got where's Gamora? Who is Gamora? Why is Gamora? So here's Gamora. There she is.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Where is
But
Gamora?
Stacy, doesn't Ray understand you're going to buy it anyway? So why not
You're
spend
going
it
to
all
spend
at once?
it. Might as well spend it on merch, right? You're
Well,
spending
yeah.
on merch. Yeah. This is an easy one to explain, Stacy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No question. If you got to bridge the gap, I would much rather spend $14-15 on something for me
Right.
versus
Shipping.
them sending a box to me.
There's that.
When you're talking
I could justify that every day of the week.
especially when you're talking Funkos, and she's going to buy it anyway. So she
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. And I did that. I've got some good stuff coming. I just placed a Shop Disney order, guys, and I've got some good stuff coming. So it's
Nice.
It's some stuff that I've been wanting, William. It may or may not be related to Mary Blair. So I'm really excited about some of that.
Very nice. Very
that
nice.
I'm going to get, and that should be in pretty soon. So
Cool.
looking forward to it.
Let's see here. Sorry, I'm trying to bring us back on track. Let's see here. Book of Boba Fett episode 3 drops here in just a few hours.
It does. What's the countdown timer, Stacy? And where is the where's the watch party?
Is Gonzo doing a party, or is he still on vacation?
Is it gonna be Gonzo's channel? Somebody drop that or let us know who's watch channel. And I've done that the last couple of weeks. It's a lot of fun. On Adventures with Gonzo, posted the watch party. Yes, I did stay up. I did take a nap though. I set my alarm. What we're talking about, guys, the Book of Boba Fett drops it's 2:00 our time, 2:00 Central,
so 3:00 for Eastern. Yeah.
Yeah. And
so midnight for the West Coasters.
So yeah. 2 more hours.
We have some crazy people in our Disney YouTube community who stayed up for that. I did take a nap. I set my alarm and took a 30-minute nap to wake up 10 minutes before it started. So that helped. That was good. Funny. It was fun.
So yeah, Book of Boba Fett episode 3. Hopefully, it's going to be challenging. I'm hoping that we could still do our stream on Thursday. But I'll do my best to make it. If not, we may have to punt. We'll see. We'll keep an eye out for that. But I real quick, kind of on a more serious note, Bob Saget passed away this week, and
wild.
the whole Full House crew was very shocked,
very upset.
So many people paying tribute to him. Definitely a loss in the comedic field for sure.
Show earlier that
yeah, and so very unexpected. And the word had kind of passed around that he had passed away before he actually did. So it was on
Facebook hoax. And so while he was combating that rumor, he actually did pass away. It was kind of bizarre and very sad. And we're sorry about that.
But
I think Stacy mentioned hopefully that's it for a while, because that's 3.
Yep. John Madden and Betty White and Bob Saget. They always talk about how they come in 3s, and so thoughts and prayers out to his family and those that were closer to him. It's just 65. Very I mean, you think about it, the older I get, the younger 65 seems.
Well, I'm tripping over that here in a little while. So I don't that was young to me.
Yeah.
Your husband's 71, so that's young to me.
Oh yeah. So anyway, again, kind of like Tina alluded to earlier, make sure if you got something planned, if you can, move that timeline up if you can. You never know when your time may come, regardless of how old you are. So
if you can do it, don't put it off. Life is short, guys. We just get one go around.
Oh yeah. But let's see here. Other news. Anything else you wanted to mention before I mention?
Sydney Poitier. Yeah, Stacy mentioned Sydney Poitier.
Oh yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Class act all the way.
Oh yes.
Wow. What a gentleman. What a man. Amazing. Amazing actor. Fantastic. Yeah. We've taken some hits.
Yeah.
Here lately.
Lots of
I
prayers
did
for
want
their
to.
family as well.
Yeah, definitely. As far as channel news, the Book of Boba Fett live stream. We'll see what happens with that, guys. And Jillian has a live stream scheduled for Saturday. We may have to punt on that.
We'll see.
So
we might have.
Tuned.
I might be able to fill in for. We'll see how that goes. But we'd like to keep it if possible. So keep an eye out for it. But yeah, if she needs to reschedule, we'll just push it out a week. But
we'll see.
Anyway, keep an eye out for it. She really loves doing What's Brewing with the Bones. So if she's feeling well enough, she'll probably go ahead and do it. But
scheduled for 8:30 a.m. Central Time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. So we'll let you know. We'll put something on the community tab. Let you know ahead of time. One of us may punt. May fill in for. We may have to punt. We'll just see. We'll play it by ear.
I end up watching that replay. I'm usually chasing dogs around.
Yeah, Mikey is sleeping in. So yeah, if you can catch her live, if not, catch her on the replay. She'd appreciate it.
So we'll see about Fett Fever, our Book of Boba Fett, a live stream series that we're doing on Thursdays at 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Walt Disney World time. We'll see what we can do on that. I know William, we'll just see. I know William doesn't want to miss, if you can, we might be able to get Russ to fill in for you. We'll just have to see. We'll work it out. Okay. We'll put, we'll let y'all know.
I hate to miss it out because I have lots of thoughts on episode 2. And some side notes and just kind of other things going on up here that I'd like to mention. So hopefully be able to make it.
It's our show. We can do what we want.
Yeah.
It's YouTube. That's YouTube.
Let's see here. Let's see. Anything coming up with TNT?
Life is kind of messed up for.
Okay. Yeah.
And we kind of went on an indefinite sabbatical. Last summer, and we kind of kept putting it off, and kind of decided, well, okay, when you get back from Disney World, we'll go up again, and then of course everybody knows what happened. So I still am in contact with her. She may not want to pick it up anymore. I don't know. It's up to her.
I get that. Yeah. I get that for sure.
I do too. We'll see. That's a thing, guys, and we all understand. And I know, so many, people, who watch us, things happen, life happens, you have to take breaks. There's sickness, sickness in your family, just, different things that have to take precedence over what we do on YouTube. All of us understand. All of us, we all hang in there. We all cheer each other on.
Lots of love to Tia Marie's place.
Absolutely.
And Jason Flipper's pool.
Tina. Yeah, absolutely.
She had a very, very fun birthday party though.
Yeah. It was fun. It was fun. I sent a birthday video. So, but yours, Tina, kind of stole the show. I mean, yours and Jim at More Sunshine Plays.
Yes.
Hilarious.
That was so funny. I love Jim's.
It was. Yeah. So if you guys want to watch, Tina Marie's Place, had a Dad Builds, our good friend Chris hosted a birthday stream for her. And we all sent in little video clips wishing her a happy birthday. If somebody wants to drop that link, guys, feel free to do that. And you can watch that while you're waiting on the Book of Boba Fett to drop on Disney+.
There you go.
Because eventually, I guess we're going to wrap it up unless we want to keep going
goodness.
until Gonzo stream starts.
Oh, good grief.
But we have, guys, I've been kind of off my schedule because of Christmas. I haven't dropped a video in a while. I'm still working on some, guys, but it's just taken me a while. So, hang in there with me. I'll get back on schedule.
Yeah. I
All
think,
right.
after the holidays, now everything's kind of calming down, and yeah, I think everybody will be back on schedule
Yeah.
here soon.
Yeah.
You will.
Let's see here. So the liveplace.com,
Yeah.
big shout out to Dean. Basically a website that's like a TV guide listing for family friendly live streams and content. Big shout out to Dean. Check out Dean's YouTube channel, Dreamers Empire. Also check out our partner channel, Monarch Moments. Lots of wonderful channels
Thanks for
represented
staying up with us, Dean.
in in the chat as well. Have a good night, Dean. Thanks for hanging in there.
And Dean, the live place, kind of has a new format now, and I really like it. I really like the way he's got it set up now.
Yeah, need to give it a look. It's been a little bit since I've used it. Let's see here. TubeBuddy, if you're a YouTube creator looking to grow your channel, looking for viewing trends, suggesting keywords for titles, tags, it gives you channel data that helps you grow your channel. Basic version's free. If you're under 1,000 subscribers like we are, then there's a discounted version.
Kenneth.
But if you check it out, or if you're interested in low cost, good quality promotional items, we've got stickers, we got magnets, we got buttons, we got all that from Stickermule
stuff. Yeah.
So check out both TubeBuddy if you're a YouTube creator, and that if you use our affiliate link in the description below, we get a free month, you get a free month. For Stickermule, if you use our link in the description, we both get a $10 credit. So big shout out to those that have done that.
Yeah, thanks guys for doing that. We appreciate that. We've gotten
Tina showed off our button there as I was talking.
Oh, yeah.
I got to put it back up there now after the show.
Oh, thank you.
But a big shout out, huge thanks to the mods. I saw the mods whack-a-mole something in the chat earlier. So I appreciate the old whack-a-troll there. But escorted them promptly from the mansion, if you will. But I tried to write down people again. I apologize for to anybody that showed up in the stream before I showed up. I try to write everybody down. If I missed you, I'm sorry. But like I tried to do the best I could to catch everybody once I showed up. But big shout out to Aunt Susan and Aunt Joy. Oh, go ahead.
We don't have that, Russ. We'll be adding that to our lineup as soon as possible. Russ is requesting a specialty item.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so we'll take
toilet
care
paper
of you on that, right?
with our logo. My goodness. Big shout out to Aunt Susan and Aunt Joy, Jillian, Kylie, and other family members. Jillian, honey, hope you get better soon. J&N Travels, Disney Nerd Herders, Movie Mania Nick, AJC Magic TV, Jonathan Chung, Elena K808, Pam's Fam, Wonderful World of Walter's Dad Mark, Brian K, Stacy Rogers, Debbie Bernfeld, What in the World with Russ, Kevin Theme Park Adventure, Monarch Moments, Mike Cabral, Mike Wheeler, Mike Klimovich. Oh, man, I got all three mics lined up there. I guess that concludes our mic check. Sebastian the Crab, Dean the Turkey Lexter, Pete McDevitt Show. Space Mountain Dave Cantrell, Michael Riley, Ford Man, aka Kenneth Oakes, Flo Beck, and Juma Brown, and of course, our lovely moderator here on screen with us, Tina DCS.
Tina McNeil.
But yes, it's been a pleasure having you here tonight. Wish you could have been here sooner. Obviously, as we alluded to earlier, life happens, and I was taking care of the fam. So, but anyway, it's been a pleasure. Glad I was able to make it. It's been a lot of fun talking with you. Glad you had a great trip. I completely agree with you. It's great to be able to run into people in the parks and get to meet up with folks that. Oh, there's Ryan, Captain Akron 27. So I'll write you down, Ryan. Thanks for hanging. thanks for popping in.
If you have
but sound off if you've been here the whole time.
Kevin,
if you're still here. But I apologize to those that commented before I showed up. But hopefully you'll show up next week and let me know because I'd like to thank you properly for being here. But again, I appreciate everybody hanging out with us in the chat. Big shout out to the mods again for keeping our chat family friendly. so we can just we can enjoy talking here on screen. And,
just quickly, guys, one more time, I want to plug Kitty Cove. If you want to, they're a great organization, 501c3. Your contribution is tax deductible. This is not a paid endorsement, but if you want to, just want to make a good donation, honor Betty White on her birthday, just $5, guys. If everybody in this chat gave $5, it all adds up. We know that.
Yeah.
So just a quick plug there. Again, they do really good work. And,
worthy cause for sure.
It is. So just a quick extra mention. Thanks, Tina, for being here.
Yeah.
Appreciate
yeah.
you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. It's let's see. Don't forget, if you could dream it, you could do it. We go live every Tuesday night at 9:00 p.m. Central, 10:00 Eastern. Be sure to join us live or watch on the replay. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you get a notification when we go live. Check us out. We're on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or you can email us at hitchhikingbones@gmail.com. Again, thanks to everybody in the chat. Anything else we want to mention before we sign off?
I think that's it. Join us on the Adventures with Gonzo YouTube channel. We are less than 2.5 hours away from the next episode of the Book of Boba Fett live on Disney Plus. Join us for the watch party. It's a lot of fun.
All righty. Anything else you want to say, Tina, before we sign off here?
Go to Walt Disney World. Don't put it off.
There you go.
All right.
Thanks again, Tina.
I love that. Yeah. Every time I leave, oh man, they're at around Halloween time, they have the pumpkins that say "See you real soon" on the exit. And every time I see that, I'm like, man, it's not soon enough. or it's, when am I going to see you next? Is the other one. So it's I agree. If you can go,
as
go.
I'm walking out of the park, I'm planning my next trip.
There you go. Yeah,
always soak it in there on Main Street.
Yeah.
Give a good look at the castle and just try to enjoy it. Sometimes, especially for those of us that can't go as frequently, you try to get in as much as you can. But try to just take a second to soak it in, the sights and sounds, and just enjoy it.
Absolutely.
All righty.
Yeah.
Well, at the Hitchhiking Bones YouTube channel, there is always room for one more. So please
hurry back. Thanks.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Remember, I'm always watching.
Thanks for hanging in.
Watching.